Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special Wellspring City D&T game. Very special because it is also a crossover with the Superstar Partyplex games. Yay! So if you've listened to 404, kind of similar to that, but in reverse, this game is within Wellspring City, and you guys have a little visitor.
Just a little visitor. So small a visitor.
Okay, so my name is Zen, I am the DM, and then if everyone else from the top down, introduce yourself, introduce your character, except for our surprise mystery guest. Away we go.
Alright, hello, I'm Talatala, and I'm playing Brittney Megan Bronson, the mayor's daughter extraordinaire.
A wonderful Wellsprings welcome to our guests and to you all. I am Lordlyhour. I'm playing Cat Afka.
Hello, I'm KT. I'm playing Lina Noticia, the little axolotl tune.
Hey, I'm MJ. I'm the one infiltrating. You don't get to know my character yet.
Hi, my name is Arthur, and I will today be playing Nikola N. I don't know what the N stands for.
I know.
And hi, I'm Verl. I'm still playing Shaun, and I'm realizing there's only two of us without last names.
Hi, I'm Tailwind. I'm the only one with my last name. Well, I do have one, but that is other information.
That's lore, baby.
First name Tail, last name Wind.
Paulus has just been absorbed by Tailwind completely now.
Oh, please no. He's way too. They are way too stressed.
The curse. Oh, cursed by being possessed by your own D&T character.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wasn't Shaun adopted by the grandparent hive? He could pick one of their names if he wanted one.
Yeah, like
Shaun
honestly,
Payne.
good point that Shaun doesn't use his last name. It's not like he likes his dad. Anyway. Don't worry about it, Crows. You'll find out if it becomes relevant. So last game we had was in the lead up to Animus, and since then Animus has happened, but you guys are still on school break. It is still winter, but the holiday bustle has calmed down a little bit. And those of you who are still on speaking terms, so everyone but Brittney, have decided to go to the 812. Because where else do you go in Wellspring City?
The
Mayor
junkyard.
Bronson
I like
themed
it. I
laser
like it
tag
there.
arena? No, thank you.
Repeat that, Lordly?
The Mayor Bronson themed laser tag arena? No, thank you.
Only if you get to shoot Mayor Bronson.
No, all the guns just have his face on the nozzle, so it looks like he's like spitting the laser.
Both definitely
Fine.
incorrect.
Ew.
For recording purposes, I got my wisdom teeth out, and I am a little loopy.
This is
I'm
valid.
fine. I just my humor might be a little strange, and if anyone's listening back and being like, "Wow, Arthur is not okay."
Your humor's off because your humors are off.
Oh God.
I am the ant.
Don't
That's
worry,
the
you
other
look
hand,
really
I'm like
normal in
this all the
comparison
time.
to my guy.
Don't worry, canonically Nikola has wisdom teeth out now too.
Yeah, Nick also got his wisdom teeth out over school break. It's not gonna affect. It's not gonna detract from his homework or anything.
Because why not? It's not like he's had enough things in his life lately.
Get it taken care of before you go back to Dollarton. Anyway, you guys arrive at the 812. Perspicuity is like sweeping up just inside the door. And it's pretty early in the morning. He's basically just opening up. And as you guys walk in, he's like, "Ah, good morning, my young friends."
Cat will salute him and then immediately begin browsing the anime aisle.
Lina's gonna walk up and be like, "Can I have the usual?"
Meandering like a zombie, go to the breakfast burrito aisle.
You guys are splitting up so fucking fast.
I am not splitting up. I am just trying to keep an eye on all you fools.
All you fuckers wandering off already. Everybody roll perception.
Oh boy.
Perception.
So you're saying we
Allie,
need a little
please.
perspective. I was going to make a perspicuity pun there, but I realized I don't actually know what perspicuity means off the top of my head.
Ah, I forgot this character has a negative.
That is a 21.
I love that nat 1 in the
Yay!
morning.
1 in the morning.
My fucking character sheet when I went to roll.
I literally have a +4 and I roll a 1. What is this nonsense?
I actually rolled well for once.
Yay!
Nice.
Yippee!
It's a miracle.
It's an animus miracle.
As soon
Animus
as
is
I do
opening.
things, my cat is summoned. Hi, baby.
Perception of 17. Come on, boy. 17 sounds like a good roll until you realize I have a +8 in it.
My gosh.
Good.
Remember to type it in the channel.
Oh, right, yes.
So, with a 5, Verl, or Shaun, it's still pretty early in the morning. You're still pretty sleepy. This is the 8:12. Everything looks normal here.
Yep.
Everyone else might notice that things are looking a little bit off from the doorway. You can't see like too much shaken up. MJ, feel free to interrupt me and start giving details if you want. Like from the start of from the entryway of the store, you can see like the checkout and like the entrances to a bunch of aisles.
Yep. Though from the doorway, I feel like with the 20 free, Tailwind probably would be the one to notice on the glass outside of the store, like looking in. There were a few scratch marks, nothing real concerning. On the inside though, looks like maybe there's been a break-in.
Like halfway between grabbing the breakfast burrito out of the refrigerator and to the microwave, they see this. It's like, all right, do I need to go get the bat? I can get the bat if I need one.
Yeah. Oh, also
Well,
Snips
everything
21
okay?
probably saw the glass scratches, and I think the 18 and 17, as you go into the store, start noticing stuff as well. Let me real quick grab my little list of things that you can notice.
Cat will just like turn to perspicuity and place one hand on the hilt of his sword, questioning, like, do I need to get violent?
With
hey.
respect, who would have, frankly, the balls to rob this place?
Well, I think since you were near the door, you can probably see some big old footprints on the floor that aren't human looking, aren't standard. Hard to describe a little bit. Maybe segmented, clawed, robot-y?
Brittney.
God!
Oh, rude.
I despise this slandering.
You can't even defend yourself.
As if Brittney would walk around barefoot in public.
As if I would try to rob this place.
I mean, it could be an errand from your evil dad.
It's a convenience store. You've really overstated its importance.
Bronson hates convenience.
I mean,
It's also the only place. It's also the only place to buy things in the city that isn't owned by Bronson, so it is a financial competitor.
One small financial competitor.
Mhm.
Not worth our time.
One small financial competitor, one big financial competitor. Rule them all. I don't know how to make the quote work, but something like that.
That's basically Brittney's character. Yes, crows.
Anyway, Perspicuity has swept up these muddy footprints for a little bit in front of the door. He's just getting started, so there are still footprints on the floor leading deeper into the store.
Yep, heading for the snack aisle.
Can Nick follow them?
I feel like I first want to address everybody who is threatening to pull weapons, and Perspicuity's like, I'm not sure if violence is the answer to a question like this, but certainly prepare yourselves if you wish to peruse the aisles. I'm uncertain if our little overnight visitor is still here.
Lina, now with marmalade slushy in hand, will follow Nick.
It might just be a raccoon, just scared out back.
A robot
robotic raccoon?
I should say the footprints are also very large. Or large. How much is very large? I don't know. Like,
They're
let's say
larger
a
than they're larger than a raccoon's footprints would be. They're a bit larger than a normal human footprint would be.
I don't think I want to know what raccoons are like in Wellspring State. You think that's a raccoon?
It might have crossed the bridge.
I can say one word and it would all make sense. And I'd go just to whisper. Ensville.
I guess that's fit. I guess.
Maybe. Do you think one of the robot cops got mutated? Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know if they got robots over there.
Why would you think a robot could get mutated?
I don't know. We can be mutated. Do you not remember the Better Mayor?
We saw a mutated car that attacked us the first time we went into Wellspring, into Ensville. So I wouldn't draw lines.
Yeah, it seems to mutate without discrimination.
No, it was a car to start with. It might just look like a car.
The Better Mayor was just an antenna.
Also, that scarecrow.
Yeah, that scarecrow.
Oh right.
Don't remind me about the scarecrow.
Reminds you about the scarecrow.
That's why you don't
think about the scarecrow.
Statement. Life is a nightmare, and who knows what's out there.
Wow,
I'm more concerned the Perspicuity seems very fine about the fact that someone's broken into his store and is doing nothing about it.
I mean,
well, if you follow the footprints,
yeah,
you go back on topic. Our task, sorry.
What? You can roll insight on Perspicuity if you wish to try to introspect
I'm not gonna say
on the
no
man.
to that.
I think I will, and then I'm gonna roll another one, and I won't know anything. I'll be like, yes, this is just Perspicuity.
I mean, Perspicuity's pretty chill. I mean, you found out you had powers and was just like, yeah, alright.
Yeah, see, it's like the same roll as last time, only technically it's higher.
Shaun needs
Same
coffee.
roll, except it's higher.
Yeah, Perspicuity seems his normal level of chill and calm.
10.
10. Yeah. With a 10, Perspicuity seems his normal level of chill and calm.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I gotta.
Yeah.
That's the word that I wanted.
Diddy.
Yeah, it's a Diddy.
Diddy.
You know what? It's Diddy now.
It's Diddy 20.
Have I mentioned I have missing teeth?
Yes.
It's valid.
Yeah, but not fingers.
Let me
Perception, you
just...
said?
Insight.
Insight. I don't know why I heard perception.
Not deception.
It might be. Yeah, I'll say with the 20 and 18, you get the sense that, Perspicuity is, a little off his game this morning. He's not 100% as zen and calm as he usually is, but he's still, 90-95% as chill as usual. He doesn't seem super thrown off by this.
Wait, hang on. You're not Zen?
Yeah.
Come on.
If he's not then who's playing him?
Who's
But then who
who's
was
flying this plane?
Sorry.
MJ in a mask.
Anyway, footprints. Are you following footprints? Yes, some of you were.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sean's just
Tailwind
over
is
at
very
door.
objective
I'll
oriented.
probably follow them once I realize what they're doing because I can't let any of those idiots go anywhere unaccompanied.
Cat is just like minimally inconveniencing my favorite convenience store clerk. They must die, and starts tracking the
It's been so long since Lina's
footprints.
been able to enjoy a slushie in peace.
Yeah. Well, as you follow the footprints, you'll find they lead to the snack aisle, which has been thoroughly ransacked. There's chip bags on the floor, opened and devoured, candy bars just fucking eaten, even the plastic wrapper in some cases that has kind of been chewed on. And there just has been swaths of snacks just grabbed, and you can see a trail of snack bags, as well as more footprints leading to other aisles.
That's not good.
Okay.
Huh.
That's wow, they got industrious. Wow. That was like a 20-year-old box of chocolates. Those things never go old. You still carry these?
20
Never
years
mind.
old.
We have an objective.
I'm
I
worried
was
about
just gonna kind of look
Perspicuity's
back and be
health.
like, "Are you sure about the no weapons thing?"
I mean, I can always throw my
use-
slushie at them again. I don't want to though.
Use your own discretion.
It works like the web spell. It gets them all sticky.
Alright. Everyone just stay kind of in the vicinity for a second. Could Nikola try to detect thoughts, see who else is in the vicinity, the area?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a
Owner.
raccoon or an interloper or a
Yeah.
bot that wanted snacks.
What's your range on that? It's 30 feet, I think.
Yes, I think so. And I'm
Alright.
okay with
That-
I might try to like kind of rove around and do like a sweep. I don't know if that's how that spell works.
I mean, the 30-foot
I
circle
reckon-
follows you, so you
if you
probably
wander around.
could. MJ, how would that go for them?
No thoughts, store empty.
Oh no.
While you're roving, though, you might see some of the footprints. They basically led a clear trail of snacks and footprints that, like, from the snack aisle veer into like the paint aisle. Like some spray cans were taken, and then veer into like the freezer section, and some ice cream tubs were taken.
Don't spray paint ice cream. That's bad for you.
Yummy, yummy, the best condiment.
That's not
Okay.
whipped cream. You grabbed the wrong thing. Gross.
Okay. Okay. I think we should probably find this thing before it eats the spray cans and paints the walls with ice cream.
Can you imagine it biting into that? It would literally explode.
we track them just by the sounds of as paint cans
A very
explode.
colorful criminal.
Hold on, I almost feel like I need to do a impulse control
Yes!
word save, but I won't. I won't. Not
you can do that. And then
I don't know if
just-
he's that dumb, but it's so hilarious in my mind.
I
Did you
also
sense
get the
anything, Nick?
sense that like he might try it. He knows better,
Oh,
but he
no.
might do it anyway.
Just like maybe like a situation where it's like you have a bunch of like like if you have like you're like painting and there's like you have a cup of water to drink and a cup of water for your brushes, and sometimes you grab the wrong cup.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like that, but with a spray can.
Well, the other thing I'm thinking is like, hands full, gotta put the spray can somewhere. Let me put it in my mouth.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I have to do that now. Okay, hold on. Impulse control whiz save. Let's go. Hold on. What's your whiz? Of course, it's still a 0. Haven't decreased that whiz yet.
Yet.
10. Okay.
perfectly middle of the road.
Mila, I'm gonna just do like a
Maybe
flip a
do
coin.
yeah. Flip a coin, or maybe like roll a strength to see.
Hey!
And
Oh, wait,
Megan.
no.
Wait, it's a D2.
Yeah,
D2.
I was like, oh, that's a 2, and then I realized, oh, it's
Well,
a D2.
Lordy,
That's
Lee
the
and I
highest.
can't do math.
You know, I was so eager, I kind of rolled that without actually defining what would be what. So let's actually do that with me saying what it should be out loud. So like 1, no bite, 2, bite. So I'll roll again, and this time I'm sure we'll get a 1 and not as. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say 2. I want to have this bit happen in the distance. You do, in fact, hear
Just
Well, okay.
That sounds
It was
great.
outside of the building,
Uh-oh.
round the back, which
Hey,
is
Nick,
also where the
in-
footprints are leading.
did you
Alright.
sense anything?
Well, no, but there are things that don't necessarily have thoughts for me to detect.
Yeah, and they're usually more
And also-
dangerous.
Yeah, something just went boom.
Yeah, we're gonna can I cast Armor of Agathis on myself?
Yep. Go
Hold on.
ahead.
Do we charge at them screaming violently, or do we sneak up and try and
Say sneak up because we don't know
Get
how
them
fast
unaware.
they are.
Well, they don't sound very
That's
smart
probably
if they're blowing things
better
up right
option.
outside. So
Well, you don't have
could
to be
probably
smart
sneak
to
up
be
on 'em.
fast.
It's more they might not notice us coming if they're too busy blowing things up.
Should we roll for stealth?
I will cast Pass Without Trace, so
Oh,
all
fuck
of us
yeah.
roll with a +10.
You guys are sneaking out to behind the 812 now?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so in that case, everyone roll stealth.
Come on, Lina, you have one job.
You're giving us a +10 to it.
MJ,
Yes, everyone.
if you want to roll for your
Dang
guy
it.
too.
That's
I
plus 10 plus our normal modifier, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why mine's +9 because I have negative stealth.
My god.
Hey!
I think my guy is a little bit further away than would have him rolling stealth, but you know what? For funsies, let's roll stealth.
I don't know,
I got
whatever
a
you want to
31.
have him
You said
roll.
pass out or trace,
to-
right?
Pardon?
Someone cast pass out or trace, right?
I
Yep.
did, yes.
Okay.
Did you
Let's
get
see.
a nat 20?
I got a nat 20.
No, that makes
22.
absolute
My
sense.
god!
Back off!
Oh my god, that 37, that's horrifying.
Yeah,
Can
Lovely
you
has some
just
very
stand
optimized
directly
stats.
in front of someone in broad daylight and yell at them and they won't notice him. He's a foggy boy.
Not
Yeah,
quite,
he
but
doesn't have party guy
yeah.
activated.
Yeah.
Anyway, would you also
Nope. Go ahead, MJ.
as you go around the back, if you want to roll perception again, or investigation. I mean, this is sort of an investigation. At the party
looks
talk,
like
they kind of treat them interchangeably.
My investigation is way better than the perception. Hey, dirty 20.
Nice.
I can't believe I'm actually not rolling horribly yet, knock on wood.
I know Zen had mentioned y'all are like min-maxed. I
Some
don't know
of
how to
you
do that with
are.
a character.
You're like
I
the
just
worst
that's
barbarian in the
mostly-
world.
I
That's
am not
mostly
mid-maxed.
just
I
me,
just have a very good
Mhm.
intelligence.
Am I
Cat-
min-maxed? I don't even know. I
Kat
think I
and
am.
Nikola can do a lot of damage between the two of them.
Oops.
And right now,
Please don't kill my
Tailwind is
beloved
without their
idiot,
suit, so all they
angry
have is their
teens.
cantrips.
Poor Shaun's not
perceiving
doing
nothing.
too hot.
I perceive
No.
nothing.
The only things I got
Shaun needs some
minuses in are
glasses.
wisdom and strength. Yeah, are your eyes turning to goo?
Yeah.
Cat too enthralled in being extremely sneaky to pay much attention to his surroundings. He's humming
Oh,
his theme
buddy.
tune, and that somehow is making him sneakier.
You're thinking too much about how you look like that one anime character right now.
Tallest,
Yes.
are you rolling?
I thought I rolled for stealth. What was this for? Oh, perception and investigation. Sorry about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got caught in the sauce there.
Mhm.
Lost in the sauce.
You are also in
Lost
the
in the
theme song
sauce.
sauce, I guess.
Investigation.
Okay.
Ayy.
I think I'll say everyone who's not Shaun, as you go around the back of the 812, notice the back door was kicked down. And
Okay.
there's still just like a trail of footprints, crumbs, chip bags,
A burst
and
of pain
maybe some.
against the walls now.
I feel like he was a little further away before that happened. It was distant, not just right around back.
I'm just
Uh,
Imagine
picturing
if
like
it
I
a
didn't
do
go
cartoon
think
off
though,
in
as you
outline.
follow
Yeah.
this trail, you do find a manhole cover that was pushed open and seems to have been splattered with paint. In
Did-
fact, I feel like there's like you can almost see how the blast radius went. Like the manhole is covered, except there's like a clear strip where someone had clearly been standing, and it seems like the burst was like centered right in their face.
Okay.
My brain just wants to make
Um,
it red paint because it's funny.
Purple.
Purple.
Purple. Interesting choice.
Looks at Nikola. Anyway,
should I go get the suit? Because last time we were in the sewers, bad things happened.
Yeah, bad
probably.
things did happen.
Yeah. I'll be back. Trail top.
Where's Lina going?
She's not gonna be in the sewers without like her cloak.
Does she not have it with her?
Yeah, but she's
Oh,
she's gonna
come
step out of the public view.
Ah.
I've got it here.
Yeah.
Hands over a little package. It's pink.
Oh. Opens it?
All your things are in there that you need to be Nightlight.
Why do you have this?
This is
You
the
were
benefit of having
you
a
ran
storage
a little bit
boyfriend.
late, and you left them on your bed, and so I just decided to grab them so you didn't have to worry about it.
That's really sweet.
I also have your vitamins that you have to take later.
Opens up her hand. May she have them.
Gives her a bottle of gummy vitamins.
Thank you.
I know there's a map. The junkyard's not far away from the 812, right? Yeah.
It is not.
I don't think so, yeah.
In fact,
Yeah, so you just
in running out from behind the 812 to this manhole cover, you have gotten closer to the junkyard.
It was like,
So
yeah, so
I
you
love
just
that
hear
it's
like
invented
smoke
away,
and
so-
sounds like off, and then just hear a big ball come rolling back.
I love how both unsubtle Tailwind is, and the fact that they're the only one whose superpowers need them to be like, hold on, I need to run off to the other side of the city real quick.
Now the second
love it.
question is, how are you going to get the mech down into the sewers? This is a normal-sized manhole cover, and your mech is
Right.
a
goes in the
wrecking
square
ball.
hole.
Right.
It goes in the
Hmm.
squirrel.
You could always just be the one who's covering the top if we have to run real fast.
Well, there's
Yeah.
that. The other option is the sewers pop out to the river, right?
Oh
Or-
no!
Do they? Oh no.
No,
Do they? I turned this in.
no, they're not
Okay.
releasing raw sewage into the river.
It's Mayor
That would be
Bronson.
very
I
utopian in
had to
this
ask
city.
the question.
See, what you
They're-
could do is up the infrastructure bill and just make a hole yourself.
I was gonna
I-
suggest that you could theoretically just cannonball in.
Oh wait,
I-
I have a spell for this. I was just checking my spells. I'll roll back, see the problem. Like, wait a second, I have something for this. I'll
do you
cast
have?
Reduce on myself.
Woo!
On yourself or them? The whole mech. The whole
On
mech,
the
yes?
on the mech.
Okay. Yeah, that
So
works.
you see it like weirdly collapse in on itself as like the old hollowed out wrecking ball just kind of like segments itself and then just recontorts into a smaller form. It's like,
So
okay, I
good.
don't have long before this wears off.
Into the sewers.
Is that
Go
safe?
there. In the dark.
I'm
Go
just
in the dark.
imagining I'm just imagining Tailwind in there is just extremely cramped and uncomfortable.
I had to take out the air conditioning unit, but we're fine.
I don't know if that's safe, but I feel like if we question it, the safer, the more unsafe it could get.
The
It's
sewers away.
Tailwind. This is honestly probably as safe as they're gonna go. And he hops
Not
into
very
the
safe.
sewers. Or rather, he doesn't hop, he climbs down into the sewers so he doesn't, splash.
Like, I think
Keep
me and Zen
going.
had discussed these are like cartoon sewers, so
Mhm.
probably wider than real sewers would be
Yeah.
slightly for convenience.
I'm
We don't want to
picturing.
stress the animators out with tight spaces.
Yeah, I'm picturing
Right,
like
man,
the
there's so many
Code
Ninja
Lyoko
Turtles.
sewers where it's like there's like a section of water down the middle and a walking path on either side. Oh great,
Yeah.
like one of the
Yeah.
first Google image results is from that episode with all the rats. I'm gonna activate crows.
Oh God.
Nikola.
But
can
like
you help
this,
me?
there's like a path to walk on and some water in the middle.
Convenient.
The ladder runs
Convenient.
are a little far apart. Can you climb down and then I can just jump?
Yeah, of course. Actually, it just picks her up.
Yay!
Yeah, you're not. Believe me, I had to do this all the time back home. You are not heavier than a hay bale.
Who were you carrying back home?
Hay
I
bales.
just said a head bale.
I know, I was trying to tease you, Nicola.
Oh,
Well, you sound
Every
jealous
time
of
when we
hay.
get to Dollarton, there's someone literally called Hay Bale.
I mean, that was the nickname of somebody on my tennis team.
Oh my god.
I wish
Look.
I thought you were joking.
She tripped on a hay bale one time and her name was Bailey. It sticks.
Tragic.
I just got stuck with Squarehead for the longest time.
That's not even clever.
I was Chick-fil-Amish. It was a weird nickname. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
So Nick is
Into the
carrying
hole.
Lina into the sewers. Everybody
When you
headed
put it
down
like that,
into
it
the
sounds
sewer.
weird.
Yes.
Carrying Lina into the
is Shaun
sewer.
here? Did Shaun keep up?
Yes, Shaun kept up fine. I could pay
Fine.
attention when I see other people going into a sewer, even if I don't notice it myself first.
All right.
Sewer time. Well, in a way, I feel like it would be unnecessary to ask you to roll again since now we've
No, I
established
want you
that.
to roll.
Okay, roll.
It's an investigation.
Then, like, don't be nice to them. They don't deserve it.
Very nice. I'm like,
It's not about being nice. You're entering a new environment. There's different things to see down here.
protocol.
Maybe they'll roll bad and I can make them be eaten by rats.
No,
I'm trying to be nice and
the
lenient because
opposite.
I'm the guest.
Maybe you'll roll good, like Shaun finally has, and then I can give you additional
Woo!
details.
Well, bad. I'm gonna chalk it up to the fact I'm being carried.
You're only looking at one thing.
by Nikola
and
present.
it's not
That'd
your
be funny.
environment.
Look, I can't help but look at my beautiful boyfriend. He's very purple.
Purple.
All right. Yeah, I think
Uh-oh.
Lina and Nikola are
Nick
pretty
is also
distracted.
staring into Lina's eyes.
Don't worry, we're having a romantic setting in the sewer.
It's like the anime filter around them, and then like zoom out, and it's just a gross, stunt, like grimy sewer.
All right. First up, MG, describe what they see relevant to your guy, and then I have some other
Big
stuff.
purple footprints going down the sewers, walking in a straight line, not too hard. Kind of maybe make some turns at various points, but big purple footprints.
Easy to
Oh, that makes it
follow.
easy. I just realized that both Nick and Lina have like shadowy cape costumes, so that kind of makes it funnier.
They match.
Brother,
Forgot.
the bridal carrying of the cape people.
They just look like one horribly disformed creature rather than one horribly disformed creature holding another creature.
Yes.
Oh yeah, well, while on the topic of heroing up and all that, Cat will have put on his gas mask. For multiple reasons.
What about Shaun? Is he just chilling out or slime mode?
Definitely slime mode now that we're in the sewers. I don't expect to see regular people down here, and if we do, what were you doing in the sewers? You weirdo.
You
No one's gonna
won't?
believe you.
No one's gonna gaslight you in the sewers.
You saw a slime
Honest-
monster in the sewers? What are you saying about our great Mayor Bronson's sewers? Mayor Bronson's
Actually, 'cause-
sewers. Clearly, they
was-
wouldn't be so unclean as to have a slime monster in them.
It was clearly just an oversized crocodile. What are you talking about?
Don't worry, we just hired some people from outside of Inkwell. It's just some gelatinous cubes.
Don't worry, we're from OSHA.
God!
You can't do that for a third time and it work.
A
It
third
is- It is only worked on Ill Will because he got like a -1 on his whiz save that first time.
Will never
saying a
not be
third
funny.
time. It happened a second time, and I assumed it didn't work, but a second time.
Also on
Yeah.
Ill Will, and it did work
Oh,
because
yes.
he already knew them as safety inspectors.
Oh my
so we
god! But they were the safety inspectors that had stolen all the animals.
Yeah, that doesn't mean they're not government employees. The government's out to get him or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it just reinforces the conspiracy.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah, I'd buy that happened.
Follow
That's
the purple
marvelous.
footprints.
Everyone 19 and up, so Shaun, who's finally seeing things again now, Tailwind,
Is
and
in his
Cat.
natural habitat.
Slime see slime.
Rude.
as you guys are following these bright purple footprints, as you walk, you will notice that occasionally as you turn a corner, there's a little skittering noise and some kind of furry little beast runs off away from your footsteps, and begin to notice, like, there's a couple more of these peering from around corners you haven't gone around yet. And they don't really look like any identifiable animal. They've got fur mostly. Besides that, they're typically pretty
Mostly, is that-
small. Cat-sized or smaller.
Wait,
I mean, cats can
clarification.
talk.
The
Yeah.
animal. House cat-sized or smaller.
Yeah.
Oh,
7 foot small is not small.
Yeah, the size of house cats. And they have various different animal features. Like, you see one that's got, like, a long bare rat tail. You see one that's got what look sort of like rabbit ears. Some of them resemble more like a mole with that weird nose thing. The various animals, not entirely looking like any one animal, but bearing some traits of various ones.
Then I have a question. Could my guy already passed through here, but could I do a belated perception roll for him and see if he noticed any of these, or would these have been
Yes.
present when he?
You can roll.
Okay. Perception for my special boy.
in my mind, Nikola has yet to put Lina down.
Valid.
19.
Yeah, he would have
Walked
noticed
in.
as he walked through. Weird fucking
Oh,
animals
that's
around
weird.
here. Like, you don't even know what these animals are.
You know what? I
Does
feel like he
he
wouldn't
know what-
question it too hard.
Does he know what
He's
normal
got
animals
snakes.
are?
He knows rats.
He knows rats, but these are something else. And you know, he's got a lot of stuff in his arms, and I think he's like, I'll later. And then he just kept walking.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Eh.
Yeah, you can easily follow these purple painted footprints. Where do they lead to, MJ?
Eventually, they kind of, after some sewer navigation, lead to another ladder leading out to another manhole. Like, I
That's
feel like
just not
around the
fair.
base of this ladder, there's like multiple drop chip bags, like readjusting once again to climb,
I
cause
feel
more
like-
things to capsize.
I feel like everybody just turns to Tailwind.
What? As you just see the suit just have to expand again, and then you just hear it. God, my legs. Yeah. What's up?
The prints go out of the sewer again. How about you stay down here and we make sure it doesn't go back into the sewer?
Alright, that's fine. That's fine.
So much
I
better
mean-
to be stuck down in a sewer by yourself, eh?
Look,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
need
can
to do
stay
that
with
again
you.
to get Wrecking Maw out. We'll
I mean,
work
how
on
many
it
times can you
eventually.
do that trick?
One more time.
Noted.
And then I gotta charge.
Not really sure it's best for Tailwind to stay down here by themselves if there's weird animals around that
There's
might
I
weird
think
animals
decide
like
around here?
you leave
there is
Tailwind
something
alone,
tasty
the weird
in that
animals are
can.
gonna like adopt him into the fold.
He's gonna become they're gonna become feral.
They're already so close to being feral. That might push
He
them over
was-
the edge, honestly.
He was voted by his class most likely to be adopted by ocelots.
Yes.
They are
Luckily,
very
I'm not
shiny
far.
right now.
Okay. Well, you said you can do it again, so you hopped down. Can you climb up in Wrecking Maw? Or do we have to like toss you?
Please don't make us
Wait a
have to
second.
carry up that ladder.
Dude.
It's a very bloody heavy little creature. You
Because you have no arm muscles, Cat. It's not that
As-
heavy.
That's why they
As
flop
long
behind him in
as
the
the
wind.
ladder can hold my weight, we'll be fine.
All right.
Not that heavy, he says about a fucking hollowed out wrecking ball.
I'm a barbarian slime creature. I can carry it.
All right, just give me one good second, and then you let's get the thing open, and just throw me.
Cat's just like, hold on, I want to be out. I want to see this from the outside.
Yeah, this sewer grate isn't like in the road or anything, right? Like, should we double check where this goes out?
That's probably a good idea.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cat'll skitter up the ladder to make sure we're not about to throw a wrecking ball onto like innocent bystanders or something.
Yeah, can you imagine driving and all of a sudden there's just a wrecking maw in your car and your windshield is broken?
I'm just picturing I think this is our first fastball special of the game, of like the whole entire game, which is hilarious considering. And it's literally the metal man getting thrown by the goo person.
Yes.
That's not how we thought that would go.
No,
Wait,
usually
I
the
love
metal
this-
person throws the berserker.
Wait, Tailwind
Yeah,
has
usually.
Tailwind has thrown people before. In the ants game, you threw people into
Yeah,
ant battle.
I was thrown before. I have
Hmm.
been thrown before.
Okay, we have fastball special.
Mhm.
Yes, we have done it at least
Good.
once. I'm returning the favor because I got into a lot of trouble last time that happened.
There you go. All right, let's make sure we don't hit pedestrians before I pop out.
Mhm.
Okay, so someone's going up to.
Cat
The
is
surface-
just
Cat'll
going
go
up
up.
to look around.
I guess
Yes.
roll perception.
Alrighty. Is I keep forgetting. I rolled it like 6 minutes.
Oh, that's the story of my life. I roll something and then like 5 seconds later need to roll the same thing and I have to look back at the stats.
Fine.
14.
14. Okay, you climb that ladder. That manhole cover is already pushed aside. You peer out into it's just an alleyway, normal alleyway. You kind of think you hear faint munching behind you around some garbage cans, but it's just an alleyway.
Ah, the regular alleyway garbage can munching. You hear it all the time.
That's
Sorta-
normal.
Sounds
Normal,
of the
and
city.
ignore those purple footprints leading towards it as well.
Normal.
Cattle call out to those below, just like, all clear.
Nice. Yeah, I think they'd scurry up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
How does
We
the
follow.
tossing of the wrecking maw go?
Well, you see, I can always just like be a slime slingshot and
Crouch roll,
just
maybe.
shoot you like a marble because
wanna
you're smaller
roll-
right now.
You want to roll strength, Sean?
Yeah,
let's
also you
roll
gotta
strength.
make sure
I'm gonna
it
get
doesn't,
another
like...
one, and then I'm not gonna throw you anywhere. It'll be very funny, and you'll just have to walk up.
Imagine if they just roll into the water.
Yeah.
Bowling ball. like all the way back down to the start of the sewers again.
Oh no, it's like
13
Bad
I think is
pinball.
good enough. Like Shaun, you launch Tailwind up to the point where Wrecking Ball can grab onto the edge of the manhole and pull themselves the rest of the way out.
I feel like I should roll perception for these teenage activities.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Everyone want to roll stealth again?
For
Do we
reference,
I
still
feel
have
like
past
I
without a
should
trace?
roll.
yes,
It
we
is
would still
up
have
to an
that
hour,
boost.
so
It is a
yes.
constant.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I should roll a disadvantage because I'm being thrown
Oh,
into the air.
7 on perception. I actually almost feel like, unless one of y'all does really bad.
I-
You
I
probably
have
got
a
the
Yeah.
+10
Tailwind-
to everything.
We cannot roll below that.
Tailwind rolling at disadvantage. Makes sense.
that's
But you're
right.
right. Everyone has the +10. You can't get below the 7. But let's see how well you do.
I rolled a nat
Ooh.
20 on
A nat
this.
20. Incredible.
You're so
Lina
short, no one
has-
can perceive you again.
I rolled
Invisible.
a 2.
I mean, I got pretty low, but that +10 really helps.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think all of us just barely
Yeah.
scraped by.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and still got a 19. So
Oh, I love
That's
broken spells.
insane.
Amazing.
It is.
Incredible. Yeah, you're all in this alleyway now. There's some munching with some footprints leading towards it, behind some dumpsters. Normal stuff for a city, probably.
I
Does
could
the,
just lift that dumpster up and see what's behind it.
speaking of this back alley, what's kind of the layout of it?
Probably most like stereotypical like cartoon dead end alley.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like there's dumpsters, some trash cans. Probably like the end of it is either a brick wall or wooden fence.
Mhm. And then I
Gotcha.
think the gang is between the munching and the exit to the alleyway. So
Perfect.
you've cornered
Maybe there's
this
some, like-
guy.
Clotheslines above.
That's
Of course,
on
there's
the
like a box
edges.
of hearts on it.
Of course, you have to legally. And it's on the
Legal.
edges of town. It's further away from the 812, closer to the junkyard. So not a lot of
Noted.
people come by here.
it's you said it's a dead end. Is the dead end between us and the chewer? Like, are
No,
we?
as I said, you are standing between the chewer and the exit to the alleyway, so the chewer cannot escape without running past you.
Wonderful.
Or
right.
scaling a
But
wall. I'm gonna say it's a
Nick is
brick
gonna
wall.
turn.
Hmm.
Nick would like to turn to Kat and just be like, wait, would you remind me what your superhero name is? It's been a dog's age.
As you guys talk, I'm also just gonna say like chip bags are being flung from where that thing's eating.
You know, it's been so long since I've thought about it. I've forgotten. I've spoken
It is
to it a bit
your
with-
Discord username.
username?
It is your
It is
Discord
my Discord
nickname
username.
here.
Listen, I'm in real. Cat is very observant. I am not. It's Smog. Right? Yes.
Thank you,
Wow.
Smog. Smog, will you please just keep an eye out for jumping? Those clotheslines make me a little bit nervous.
Cat
Just-
salutes.
Can I move the dumpster now? Are we okay for me to move the dumpster?
Roll strength if you want to move the dumpster.
I
We
will
can move. We can walk around it.
You
Did
could
I-
just walk around it. I will say you could.
But I
just
want
walk
to
around it.
scare the small creature.
Lina kind of leans over to Shaun like, "Did you ever pick out a hero name?"
I rolled the exact same number again.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
I will
Fantastic
say
bucket boy.
you do not manage to like pick the thing up and throw it into the stratosphere, but you do drag it away from where it was. I'm also going to say there's no way to do that stealthily.
No.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Yeah. I think as the dumpster starts getting dragged, oh boy, my guy, it's showtime. As you drag it, you slowly reveal something metal that like lurches slightly and then stands up and turns, and you see. Where's shooting? I put the ref in the roll zone or
Player talk. If you
Player
have permission to
talkies.
that.
Nice.
Hopefully. Yep, you move that dumpster,
Did Shaun
and
ever
you
come
see
here?
He did
this
not.
fucking guy.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
What in the world?
It goes from a crouch and then stands tall at 6'7", not counting the ears. As those things raise and it turns, and you see swirling eyes look at you.
Excuse
Maybe
me.
you're right. Maybe it is a cop bot.
We'll get a hold
Cattle
of one of
stand
the
up to
cop
his
bots?
full. Cattle stand up to his full height and is a full 5 inches taller than them.
Amazing.
What was Nikola
Excuse me.
saying?
Nikola is. You've all seen their mom.
Their
They're just
mom or
like,
their
"Excuse me,
mother?
sir." Their mother, excuse me. They're just like, "Excuse me, sorry to bother you. I think you just came from a convenience store. About 4 manhole covers back. Unfortunately, we're friends with the proprietor. You've actually caused them a little bit of distress. So, if you're hungry, I can absolutely provide you with some places where you can get some food, maybe a little bit of shelter. But that kind of behavior is really very, small business. Trying to stay afloat. You get it. What's your name, hon?
I'm
The
just kind
rabbit
of leaning
thing
over
stares
and
at
being
you.
like, I thought you said you didn't hear it. Think.
Because it wasn't there.
It was gone. Now you could hear it think, though, if you want to cast it again, if you can.
Yeah.
Do I get anything with just the ambient
Surface
like
thought. Yeah.
Nicholas?
I think you get a. What, oh, the moment I want to be alone, and then suddenly a bunch of. Is that a slime? What am I looking at? That's the internal monologue here at the moment, as the swirling eyes kind of keep looking back and forth between all of y'all, with raised brow. I also want to say covered in purple paint, front of the face wise, chip crumbs, probably holding a tub of ice cream that's been eaten out of with bare hands.
Man, I wish I had a tub of ice cream.
Same, but
Is he gonna say anything out loud in response to, I think, Nikola asking what his name was?
I'm trying to think of what he would say, or if he would just try to run.
battle.
He's accidentally cornered himself here. I think he just slowly blinks and goes, "Oh no, you must have the wrong guy. I am but a humble alley robot."
The wrong
What?
person covered in ice cream paint.
Yeah, weird coincidence, I know.
Cat'll just be like, yeah, that tracks. Sorry to
I
bother you.
mean, while alley robots
it
are a
doesn't.
thing,
Alley robots are very much a thing in Wellspring.
Is it too late
Yeah.
to say we're OSHA?
Who?
Hon, despite my accent, I did not, in fact, just fall off of the turnip truck. Play it straight with me, will ya?
Oh no, I can't. I'm gay. Or maybe pansexual.
Well, don't play it gay with me, but come on.
I think HareWire's just smiling. Now. And just sort of hums a little bit, taps his chin, and then shrugs and goes, "Okay, sure. Nice to meet you. I'm HareWire," and he holds out a robotic hand that has barbed wire around the fingers, which looks like it would be very painful to shake, frankly.
Wraps a little bit of his cloak around his hand and shakes it.
HareWire is a little bit surprised at that, but goes with it. Then pulls away and goes, "Well, yeah, anyway, thanks for checking in. I'm just having, lunch, dinner, what time is it? Where am I? I'm
breakfast?
fine.
Between the
Go
hours
on
of
about
8
your
and
business."
12.
Well, be that as it may, again, the owner of that store that you just robbed, is understandably a little bit perturbed.
Well, I'm perturbed, okay? And he turns around swiftly. I just had, like, the worst time of my life recently. Do you know what it's like to be betrayed by a friend?
Yes.
Yes.
Someone you thought you could trust.
Yeah.
Someone who you
Unfortunately.
cared about.
Yep.
And then it turns out you were just being used to... Oh, it was horrible.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is everyone just pointedly looking at Brittney at this point, or
Brittney's not
Yeah.
here.
Brittney's not even here. but yeah.
Who's
I
that?
sense I'm being blamed for something. Brittney, like she's just like going about her day, like she's hanging out with friends or something at a cafe, and she pauses,
There's just a
looks in your
menacing aura.
direction, and goes, someone's
Everyone-
thinking bad things about me.
Everyone looks in Brittney's exact direction.
You could look at Bronson Tower. That would be visible.
be a close enough approximation?
You
Like-
flash cut to a guy in Bronson Tower looking over. Is that one of the police spots giving the tower a middle finger? No, why is it that large? Smash back to us. Tailwind goes back in the alleyway. It's like, I'm done. I needed to get that out of my system.
I feel like Cat's just like, a robot. I was betrayed by a robot once.
Rats would be crazy.
Anyway, HareWire's still throwing a pity party and seemingly just oblivious to all of your, like, yep, we get it, uh-huh.
Just like,
Well,
yeah,
Spring,
that
it's-
sounds so bad.
It certainly sounds like you've had quite the week. And I can certainly understand if you're feeling a little bit adrift. However, once again, you hurt someone, pretty emotionally badly back there.
What goes around is just, who cares? Everything sucks all the time. And he just, like, scoops ice cream out of the tube again and just shoves it in his mouth.
You know,
Okay.
Percy's a pretty nice guy. He probably would have just helped you out if you'd asked.
Oh, sure, like, I'm gonna trust someone else again after what happened.
Well, you can't trust no one.
You want to talk about it?
Looks at her.
Does a little shrug.
Anyone want to roll insight on this weirdo you found?
Yes.
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 Sure.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, hang on.
Oh no.
Plus 10, 30. Tell me
Holy
every secret
shit.
you know.
Oh my god.
23.
Sorry, what was going on? I had to go release some anger at the big millionaire tower down the road.
Insight on HareWire.
No, I know that in character he's
Oh.
getting back because I got a single digit roll.
All right.
between Nikola and Kat, there's no detail that's getting past them.
You're just, like, reading this guy for filth.
See, they connected HareWire to a printer and printed out literally all his thoughts.
Anyway, yeah. Well, let's see, how should I split this here? I'm gonna say, those who rolled, 15, you get, like, you can see this guy's face kind of wobble a bit at the you want to talk about it. He kind of wants to talk about it, but he doesn't know you enough to actually want to talk about it with a random group of teenagers. Are you currently identifiable as teenagers, or are you
We're
all
like
mutants
horrible
of-
monster teenagers.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, he
like-
identifies you as horrible monster teenagers, I guess, and doesn't want to talk about his trauma to a bunch of teenagers. Those of you who rolled 20 or higher, this guy doesn't want to talk about it, but kind of does want to talk about it, but kind of doesn't, but kind of does. And also, you can tell he's just not doing great. Like, it's probably not good that a robot has, like, a red little battery on its chest, that's slowly blinking. His eyes
Catalino,
of his mask
Catalina,
kind of have like eye bags around him. His hair is matted. Probably has stray leaves in them. His feet are dirty from walking around in mud and whatnot. This is just
He's
a
covered in
guy who
paint.
is not doing good.
May I make an
Catalina lean over
argument
to her.
for Tailwind to notice the low battery
Yeah,
symbol and nothing else?
Yeah. Catalina
I'll
over to
accept
her.
that.
Tailwind and... Sorry.
I can fix that.
Yeah.
Don't
Lord,
think you
what
can
have
Uh-huh.
you
do that.
been trying to say?
I was just trying to say, Catalina over to Tailwind and just like, hey, you got a battery you could lend him?
Depends. I mean, I got a couple of car batteries back at the
What type
junkyard.
of battery do you take? What's your charging port? Is it
Is that a personal question?
I don't know. Is it?
I think
Sorry, is that a personal question? Also, you don't have to trust somebody to trauma dump.
HareWire is just wide-eyed looking at you now, and glances down. Like, I'm not sure if he's noticed the battery symbol on himself yet, honestly. I'm not sure he can see it, what with his snout in the way, actually. And he's just sort of, like, confusedly looks down at himself and then shrugs, like, I don't know what... Listen, this thing was just a rental at first. I don't
Your
know the
body's a
specs.
rental?
It's a keeper, really, but it's also wasn't, like, the OG, you know? And he, like, rubs the back of his neck.
I don't know.
No.
That is a
Okay,
worrying
we're gonna have to do
statement.
some
Turns to
on-the-site
Tailwind.
maintenance here.
Do you know what's happening?
Okay, I don't have what I need to figure this out here, but we can't bring this guy through the streets.
I mean, we
No.
could, but it wouldn't be ideal.
No.
Nikola, do you have like
Probably
an
not.
extra cape? We could just like drape it
I don't
over
like-
him.
I have a rain jacket.
Cat reaches into his hammer space and pulls out his cosplay supplies. He's just like, I'm
Roll-
always carrying this.
Roll for it.
Oh
Roll
yeah,
your
we
D10.
could definitely do that. Can I help and give them advantage?
On a hammer space roll? No.
Oh, not on a hammer space. I thought you were talking about disguise. My bad.
Once you get into disguising, yes. If you're pulling something from hammer space, roll a D10. Alright, you do get the cosplay kit out.
Woo! So, yes.
So
HareWire's just...
yeah, now Lina can help with this, and it will be performance, I think?
Yeah,
Alrighty.
you can roll with
Um,
advantage. So, Mr. Mix, Miss, pronouns?
he, I guess. That's what...
Sure. Mr. HareWire, would you like some assistance and to
How do you
be
roll with
less
advantage?
ominous looking?
Well, I kind of dig the ominous look, and he kind of, like, poses cutely.
Temporarily.
He
Temporarily.
suddenly gains some, like, long eyelashes that blink at you. And
you
then
should
he
keep that
goes
look.
back to posing normal. And then he
That is
shrugs and goes
fine.
like, but I guess I wouldn't mind a more low-key disguise for daylight hours.
Yeah, just because
Okay.
this place is like a weird little perfect hellhole.
You know, that's maybe the weirdest way I've ever heard a place described, but I can kind of get it. The lawns here are so manicured, it's freaking me out.
Upsetting. Everything is like property owner association perfect.
I hate it.
I don't even know what all those words mean, but wow.
It means
It's so much.
government bad.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
Yeah. Someone named Bronson bad. Never trust anybody named Bronson.
Never trust anybody, got it.
Well, there was a okay, sure. Why not?
I mean, that works.
I think you're teaching this robot bad lessons.
I mean, it's not
Don't worry, this
hard.
robot already had the worst lessons of all.
Was it when your trust was betrayed? Lena's trying to keep
Oh,
a
my
straight.
trust has been betrayed numerous times.
It sounds like you need to get better at choosing friends.
He looks honestly, like, hurt by that slightly, but nods in agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of know that. Last time I accidentally almost helped a child murderer because she was pretending to be my friend, so I'm kind of not
Not
great at that.
good.
Yeah, not good. Even
It's
that
like
was crossing a
you
line, and
have
I'm kind of
a
nuts myself.
very trusting heart that most people take advantage of.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a question about the child murderer thing? Is that
No.
like a murderer of childs or a child who was a murderer?
Murderer of childs.
Child.
Okay.
But to be clear, Cat, both are bad.
Well, yeah,
of
but it's a
course
good
both are
thing.
bad. I was just curious.
I mean, I feel like if a child wants to commit murder, that's okay.
See, I had to clarify just in case.
Well,
I guess that's good in our case.
while there's a slight break in the conversation, that's a 13 in performance for disguising HareWire, so
HareWire looks like a normal, beautiful man.
not quite. At first glance, people will let it go, but if they take a second look, they're like, huh, that guy looks a little bit shady.
Fuck that.
But, you know,
Shady,
probably won't get
greasy.
immediately tackled by a cop bot.
Mhm.
Cat has
Should probably be
immediately
in
gone
jail.
down on him with the eyelash curlers. They are just looking fabulous.
The
Yes,
eyelashes
yes.
then dissipate from existence once the gag is done. They'll be curly the
No.
next time they materialize.
Aw.
Do you think
And I
Cat
just
doesn't have
quietly-
falsies in his cosplay kit?
Wait, could you repeat that?
Do you think Cat doesn't have false eyelashes in his cosplay kit?
Oh,
That's a cosplay staple.
a cosplay staple of fake eyelashes. I accept this. HareWire, hairlash. Okay, new name.
Yeah.
Hairlash is looking fab.
What does this disguise look like? What have you done to disguise HareWire aside from give him pretty eyelashes?
That was the only thing.
I'm personally just thinking like a really stereotypical, you know, trench coat.
Oh, give him the trench!
suspicious-looking
Give him the trench coat!
trench
Yeah.
coat,
He's
big
wearing
hat,
Nicola's
but
raincoat.
also beautiful eyelashes.
Absolutely. Just don't
I'd-
pay attention to this individual. Look at how trustworthy their eyes are.
Those
Be
beautiful
captivated by
swirling
their eyes.
voids.
Ignore the rest.
So, trench coat, beautiful eyelashes. I think there was one other
A hat,
object
I
mentioned.
think.
Hat.
Like
Now,
Hat
are the
big
for
ears?
oversized
Oh
hat.
my god, you have the trench coat fedora combo.
Exactly. Exactly.
With eyelashes.
Cheese
Are-
Malone 2.0.
Yeah! No fake
I-
mustache this time, but are the ears within the hat or poking out of the hat?
I
Important
would imagine them
question.
lying flat, honestly.
Yeah, I was imagining them like being pushed down by the hat, so they're sort of
Flicked back
facing
at ears.
downwards.
Consider like they lay down when you put the hat on and then they go like flying and the like
Hat goes
hat gets
flying.
launched.
We
Just
can
have to
fix
poke
that in
holes in the
post.
hat for the ears.
Lena's gonna in the background just quietly clean up the alleys and put the things in the dumpster. Cause like, oh, this is ominous.
I mean, I've heard you can clean up spray paint with fire.
Oh my god, you
Fire also creates a lot of light.
You were saying things about fire out loud in front of this guy?
I mean, not towards them.
HareWire still like backs away slightly.
Okay, fine. I'll put
Fire
it
back.
away.
I mean, if you guys have like prestidigitation, I think that can clean. Do I have prestidigitation? Hold on, I run to HareWire spell list. No, of course you wouldn't. That's too useful and nice spell to have. You know what he does actually, because he's a freak? I think he just sticks his tongue out and like licks his own face, and cleans the purple off there.
Yeah.
That works.
I'm just personally like, I'm just thinking, isn't magic like not real in Wellspring?
No,
All the things we're doing.
We've been over this. Magic is real in Wellspring. You can use it in Wellspring. People can learn it in Wellspring, and it is used. It's just not as heavily used as elsewhere because technology makes up for it, and it's just not
Alright.
like encouraged.
Mhm.
Why spend 3 hours chanting when you could just turn on light?
Yes.
But magic
It's-
still works here.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
the for anyone who's seen the Venture Bros episode, Dr. Morpheus trying to one up Dr. Venture by doing magic, and he just pulls out a lighter and goes flick.
So, are you aware that you're battery powered?
I am definitely not battery powered, but where are you getting that idea from?
There's like
You got a
battery.
big red battery icon on your chest.
Where? And
Oh,
it's like looking
yeah.
down, and his snout is like perfectly obscuring his view of the battery sign.
Get
Hey,
some
cat.
contact.
I mean, not cat. Hey, Smog, yeah, Nikola has a compact. Perfect.
HareWire just like bending down to look in the compact, and then like kind of like moves the trench coat to get a better look, and it's like, huh, that's new. And he like
New?
Are
taps
you
at
sure
it.
it's new? Or did you just never have
Oh
anyone
yeah, I'm
tell you
growing.
it's there?
You're
Changes are
growing.
happening all the time. I'm not sure why I've gotten a sudden burst of differences though. I've been kind of flatlined for a while, and then suddenly the body's like, oh yeah, here, let's just change it up.
Okay, I have to ask this question because it's very important right now. Did you walk through the other town before getting into this town?
What other town? I've walked through like multiple towns.
So
There's a lot of
there's
places between here and Future World.
Future World? Okay, that's even a worse. That's a worse name.
Yeah, what was Nikola gonna say?
I have honestly forgotten. I'm sorry.
I think you were starting
Sorry.
to explain Ensville.
So, this is actually, like a dual city sort of situation. Except that the other city is abandoned after a deeply tragic, traumatizing sort of environmental catastrophe.
It looks how you feel.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so if you went through there, it could have had let's say a deleterious effect on your health, so to speak.
Well,
And that's not like it could have fucked you up bad.
well, I don't think that happened since I was already kind of fucked up bad. Also, hey kid, watch your language.
I mean, you did
Can't
admit
see
to
my
not
mouth,
feeling
but I'll
great.
do my best.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he was talking to me.
I'm talking to all of you. Except myself, I can swear whenever I want.
Oh yeah, I did say fuck, which is definitely a fuck word.
Oh yeah, we can say
It's
fuck.
the-
It's fine.
Uh, HareWire like opens his mouth, has a finger raised, closes his mouth, and lowers the finger, and just sort of like shakes his head and shrugs.
Cat's just like, if we're old enough to fight horrific mutant monstrosities, we're old enough to say a fuck word if we want to.
Yeah.
Hold on, repeat
What is
that
it?
first part there about you're fighting what?
Horrific mutant monstrosities. They
Oh,
they're a
okay,
thing that
that's what I thought you said, and he calms down.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What did you think he said?
Oh, I just wanted to make sure I heard that right, because that's not every day you hear someone proclaim they're fighting horrific mutant monsters or whatever.
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
mean, it is here in Wellspring. Where have you been
Well,
living?
The
Sounds
city likes to
boring.
Future world.
gaslight everybody.
Again, I don't get. I live in this town. I don't like this town. That's a much worse name for a town.
Is it?
It's called Future World. It's
It's
not
a city.
world.
Is it Future
I
World
guess-
City or just Future World?
I don't know. I think it's
I feel like
Future
we've
World
gone all
City.
far field.
Anyway, I've mostly spent my time there in a basement of a place, so I ain't an expert.
Does the entire city have a basement?
No, just one building.
Is the one building called Future World?
No, the city is called Future World, and the one building is called something else, but it has a basement, and that's where I've been.
Noted.
Why have you been in the basement?
Because And he just gestures at himself.
Oh, so
Yeah,
not
you're a
everybody is a
robot.
robot in future world?
No, but
That's not
probably
very
we're robots
futuristic.
and not. I mean, I'm not even in there because I'm a robot. It's because I'm not supposed to be in this robot. But it's
What are
mine
you
now, so you can't take it.
Well, we don't want to take the robot. What are you supposed to be in?
My body, but it got burnt to crisp, so you know.
Ah, wait, what?
You see suddenly, the rabbit shadow moves and waves at you.
Oh,
You
so
see, this is sort of the best
Uh,
approximation I can give of what my old bod looked like. It's in black and white now, so you can't really see a lot of details, but you could call me a shadow of my former self.
just
you
keep
had
going.
barbed wire on your hands beforehand.
Sorry, that just really got me.
We noticed.
Character cackling.
It's cat doing that.
Cat is loving
Gorgeous.
this shit.
Unintentional Tasha's hideous laughter on Cat.
Ow. Oh, that
I think
hurt.
that gives HareWire a confidence boost. And actually, I think if that laughter was like that in universe, you all see the red battery for a second, like kind of like glitch to like the yellow segment before falling back to red.
Oh.
That can I make an insight check?
Is it
Yeah.
a social battery?
See,
Offer an extra
HareWire
drink.
eats joy, and all of Cat's joy gave him a little power boost there.
Oh, God. Oh, I've got a headache now.
Oh no. Get
I
like a
think I
drink of
caught
water or something.
casted Tasha's hideous laughter in real life.
That just really got me, and I couldn't tell you why. Ah. I just like puns, okay?
Okay. Apparently today is just the day of 13. Like half of my rolls have been 13.
It's not even Friday the 13th.
It's Friday 13. It is 5/1. It's five. Like, it's May 31st. So we have a
Yeah,
3 and a
it's
1.
reverse 13.
Reverse 13, but they
It's
can't
the
give me
Reverse
31.
13.
Thank you.
All right. So Tallest and Verl have rolled. Does anyone else want to roll insight on HareWire?
Absolutely.
I think Pat was busy dying of laughter when the thing happened.
You can roll
27.
You can roll at disadvantage,
Damn.
Lordly.
I will.
27.
I don't think
Yay,
I
finally.
need to.
Valid. All right, KT, are you rolling, or are we on to you giving
Yeah,
the
I'm just
answers?
typing it out.
All right.
My keyboard decided to glitch for a second. That's a 1.
Well,
Good job.
the 13s
It wasn't
don't
a
look
nat
so
one
bad
though.
now.
It was a 2 minus 1.
Somehow that's worse.
It's a dirty one.
Well, if it was a nat one, I'd have a
A zero.
/0. Yeah.
Well, you perceive nothing about the rabbit man. The rest
rabbit
of
man.
you, with those 13s. Or wait, is Lordly decided to roll or?
No, I think
No,
Cat's too
he was
busy
dying there in the background.
Okay, so with the 13s, yeah, you see the battery twitch up. It's hard to like link it particularly to what just happened. I think you two would be on the fence if it was just like a glitch of the battery, or if somehow the laughing fit caused the battery. You're unsure. With the 27 from Nick, that's like that was too much of a simultaneous thing to right away as a coincidence. And for a second, it looked like the robot like perked up and looked a little healthier, if you can describe a robot that way.
All right. Hey, Wire. You know any other jokes?
Sure, I know, some. Lots.
Please don't sacrifice me to the altar.
What if we sacrificed you?
I mean, You don't have to tell any if you don't feel like it, but we love a good joke here.
Yeah, the crowd's warmed up. Come on.
Oh, okay. And suddenly HareWire's being asked to do jokes on command, and he's not been asked that in probably years.
Here,
Maybe
I know
decades.
one. So lately, a friend of mine went to a convention for wizards that had ADHD, because they were having trouble focusing. And they were recommended that they try abracadabrol, which is it's a material component for spells that require concentration.
Oh god.
Lina's snickering.
We have a hidden objective number 2.
Lordly.
Lordly passes out from laughter.
Fun to death.
Might happen.
Yeah, I think with the smattering of laughter about the battery twitches to yellow again before once again quickly falling back to red. HareWire's snickering at the jokes though. That's pretty good.
Thank you. I did not come up with it.
Hey, joke's a joke.
Are you feeling a little wired?
Ha, yeah. Anyway, I'm going back to depression eating now. Goodbye. And
Oh,
he
do you
just,
want
like,
a
turns around.
depression?
No,
do you want
okay,
a
let's not
depression
do that.
in a safer location?
Yeah, we were
What's
going to
safer than
move
an
you
abandoned
somewhere else.
alleyway?
That's what the outfit is for, so that you can
Well-
walk to another place.
This city is great with discrimination against anybody who might be considered shady.
He looks at his shadow. His shadow looks at you. Ha. But good point. And you see his shadow kind of slips back to normal, and his body starts walking with y'all, I guess, towards the mouth of the alleyway. So I've been hanging near the alleys and sewers, but what safe place are you thinking of?
How do you
we
feel
have
about a
another check another
junkyard?
Yeah, we're gonna take him to the junkyard, right?
To scrap me or?
No.
I
This
mean,
one lives there.
Yeah.
Oh no, we hang out there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Cool.
I do love that. I don't think HareWire has seen actual Tailwind as just in the Wrecking Maw suit,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be a bit of a surprise.
This
Yeah,
little box pops out.
Hey, Wrecking Ma, do you have a mask in there? Do you still have the freaking scream mask?
Wait, Zin, I just realized, could HareWire shadow slip in if there's any gaps in the maw and peer in?
Uh-oh. Probably.
I
Roll,
need okay.
roll
So
like stealth or something.
I'll
the
roll.
way I picture Wrecking Maw is: have you seen Gurren Lagann? Or like
No.
the mass of it is like just a head with arms and legs.
But like, I
It's
think
just
MJ's saying like, if there are any seams, because HareWire's shadow form is UPN and can slip through cracks like that.
I mean, probably. Again, this thing's pretty ramshackle.
Yeah, if there
We
are,
had to
I'm
cut
gonna
the
roll,
open
I guess,
multiple
stealth,
times.
and depending on how high the stealth is, we can determine whether or not he got through the gaps and goes unnoticed.
Mm-hmm.
27!
Does anyone want to
I
roll
don't even
perception to
notice.
contest that? Can anyone beat that?
I
My
personally can't,
perception only
so I'm not
plus
gonna bother.
4?
Yeah, you would need to have a +7 or more to beat that.
+4 here.
Yeah, I only have a +4. I cannot
I
physically
have a
make it.
+8 in perception.
Roll for it,
Yeah.
Lordly. You're the only one that might be able to
Only
see
you
this
can save
happen.
us.
What is this roll specifically for?
Perception to see HareWire shadow form trying to slip into Wrecking Maw through a crack.
I can't do perception dice.
Well, do you have investigation? That might
No.
also work.
Nope, perception only for this one.
Woo!
Oh wow, that's a failure.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a 2.
Nope.
10 on a 2, baby.
HareWire's shadow form can get to Wrecking Maw unnoticed and try and
We're
slip
too
in through a
used
crack.
to looking for the color green.
You're blind to the shadowy form that here's a hint that hey, maybe there's someone in the robot little round guy. How big is Wrecking Maw actually? Please illustrate that to me.
So Wrecking Maw on their own is probably about like 5.5 feet tall. And definitely looks like a wrecking ball that has been like cut up, hollowed out, and then put back together in multiple places. I said this earlier, so it makes complete sense. Apparently there is a hole there for an AC unit that they had to take out earlier.
Oh.
Poor Tailwind is sweating
So,
in there.
You guys really
yeah,
should
on the
be.
inside, as you see, there is a much smaller, like, fox tune inside, like, controlling the robot. And I think this is the first time someone it's definitely come up beforehand, but they kind of look like somewhat wired into the suit itself, and if you can get a look at their face with a 27, I don't think they'd even notice. Their eyes are like glowing neon blue, like electricity
yeah.
blue.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I just want you to imagine HareWire being the nosy little weirdo he was when he slipped in there. It's just like a glowy like eye, just like right like inches away from Tailwind's face, looking around. And then HareWire retreats back out of the suit, and just kind of like hums to himself, and then walks over to Wrecking Maw and goes, "Fun suit you got there."
Wait, what?
You know, the suit you're wearing.
Okay, have that.
You could
You know
say
what?
it's them.
I mean, I'll take this as Tailwind's just gonna like inside their head is like, wait, how do they figure that out? Wait a second, no. And it's just a back and forth of like trying to be inquisitive, and it's like, of course they figured it out. It's not hard. It's not even that good right now, and it eventually culminates into just take the compliment, you idiot. Thanks.
Yeah,
Nikola,
and your glowing
who's
eyes
also-
are cool. And he says this and then just turns and starts walking again. Also, sorry, I talked right over you.
No worries. I was gonna ask if Nikola, as another UP, and could probably put together from that interaction what happened.
Maybe.
You could
Like-
try maybe intelligence or insight.
Sure. Would a 17 do it?
I would say yeah.
Like it was a pretty explicit thing, like saying that they're in in there. So it's like clearly they found out somehow.
It's either that or X-ray vision.
Yes.
I wouldn't put it past someone to have it. This is just that sort of world.
Excuse me.
Oh, my
Nikola
lungs.
will keep this to themselves, but they'll be like, all right, we should probably airtight that. Also, because he lives right next to they live right next to a river.
Yeah, there's that. Again, the suit needs a lot of work. It's always a work in progress.
And you've come a long way with it. Don't feel bad, pats the suit.
Kong Kong.
A small piece falls off and rolls away.
Picking it up, putting it in the AC unit hole. I'll attach that later.
I wonder if,
Goes in the
because
purple.
like Nicola's been wearing their cloak the whole time, which kind of just casts them in shadow. I wonder if their hand might be a little visible there for HareWire to notice their fucked up mutant hand.
Yeah, the voice attached to this hooded figure is perfectly friendly and peaceable. Sounds like your average accented high schooler. The hand that emerges from underneath this this cloak is not perfectly 2D, but it looked like it was 2D once. UPA in nature, but also modeled in a strange way, as if the ink has been mixed with a completely different color. A like probably hauntingly familiar purple at this point after the spray paint incident, with this virulent green. And all of the colors you can imagine that would come from mixing the two. Not all of the fingers are in perspective to each other. Several looked like warped and stretched. I don't know if this is too much description. Somebody stop me from talking.
I feel like that's a good
I'll
amount.
say
It sounds sick.
sounds sick.
Yay.
Rad. So is there like 2D thing that's been corrupted by 3D aspects, or
More like 2D that has been. Imagine a piece of paper that got wet and is like wrinkled and bulging in places.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, I can picture that. Yikes. I will say HareWire also has some weird stuff going on. Like, most of his body kind of reads as like a 3D, like CGI toon sort of thing, but his mask area kind of like, some of it looks like it's slowly like becoming more of like a 2D UPA type thingy McBobber. So he's got some weird stuff going on too if his shadow and general disposition doesn't make that obvious.
Well, the main thing Shaun's gonna get out of like HareWire saying you look good in there is just be like, you can't tell anyone what they look like in there.
HareWire turns to Shaun and goes, "What? Why would I?"
Because you just seem like you like to talk.
I do, but I'm also very good at keeping secrets when necessary, maybe, I think.
This is not
Okay,
very reassuring.
losing what's the word for this? Losing trust in those words as you kept saying that sentence.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care. Anyway, I've seen you now. Teehee. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not.
Okay.
Cat's just like, I like you and you're funny. Please don't make me have to threaten you with violence.
Shaun's already growling at you now for saying that, so you've got a slime creature growling at you.
What did they specifically say?
Who?
They as HareWire or
What did HareWire say to make people have their hackles up?
HareWire said they they said they don't know if they're going to use the information of what Tailwinds looks like yet. And also said teehee out loud.
Gotcha. Just like, well, that's not very nice.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but we're kind of in a situation of mutually assured destruction. I don't know why you'd want to put our information at risk, given that you have shared a little bit, hon.
Well, I don't want to put you at risk. I was just saying I don't know how I would use that information yet. Teehee.
Welcome. This town sucks.
It's very unfortunate because my Discord is like not letting my growl go through, so you're not hearing it, but I was growling.
Oh no, the curse.
Discord's like,
Dogboy
oh,
not
that's
coming
noise.
through.
I'm gonna filter that out for you. I'm like, no, I worked hard.
Discord, please.
In my other life, I'm a dog tune.
I'm a dog slime creature, and I can't even growl at you.
Grr. There, that's what you have to do. Far
No,
less
apparently-
effective than actually growling, but it comes through.
I'm just imagining the sound of a bowl of jello growling.
It's just aggressive wiggling.
just imagine like aluminum foil being wiggled.
Do you feel better when you laugh or tell jokes?
Are you a psychiatrist or something?
Do you want me to be?
She's just smart.
Smile.
I think you're a
Um,
teenager. I don't think you're allowed to be that yet.
I'm not allowed to be smart yet.
Yeah, that too.
Lol. Anyway, just asking because then if that's so, we could try to help you.
No, I think that's sweet of you, but really the only thing that makes me feel better nowadays is fear. And I don't really see a lot of that going around here, so
That's kind of lame. That's like only
Like,
eating one food for your entire life.
You need
Don't you
some
want
variety. in your
variety?
diet.
wow, you guys are just calling HareWire out.
We're teenagers.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
If
healthy
we
in
were a
the
little
long
younger,
run.
you'd just get the, hey, you're weird.
HareWire,
They know exactly what I'm sensitive about.
HareWire, I think he's honestly like clutches his face slightly and does like turn away from all y'all and think that.
Now, wouldn't it be better if you could get like energy and joy or pleasure or whatever out of more than one thing? You know?
Well, okay, here, well, I did pick up something lately. Learned a lesson. Apparently, people can have fun while being afraid. So, like haunted house sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah, adrenaline. But that would mean fear and joy, meaning two emotions.
No, I think it just means fear, but good.
Yes, because two emotions can have. Did you know people can have more than one emotion?
Well, yeah, I taste it all the time, but I mean, this is.
Yeah, you
I
can
only
have
eat
them at
fear,
the
and he
same
crosses
time.
his arms.
Okay, so what you're saying is you're a
He's-
picky eater,
I am not a picky eater. It's just,
but you only eat fear.
Sounds pretty picky to me.
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's just the smart move.
Why is it smart? Because
Uh,
there's no fear right now, so
It's
sounds like you're hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cat is
don't hang up
lost
on the
in-
poor bot.
Sorry.
yes. Listen to that one. And actually,
No,
I
I
think
think we should
HareWire
gang
like
up more.
ducks behind Nikola, like protect me, protect me from the teenage horde.
You realize that's also okay. Whatever. Okay. Basically,
I'm
maybe you could try branching
Alright.
out. People. Sometimes it's fun to grow as a person.
I mean, your body did already.
Yeah.
My
So
body
like,
has, but
I'm just ima-
survival of the fittest. Whatever. You should evolve.
HareWire is like having like a crisis now. You know, I ran here, I think, to get away from my problems. You're kind of just bringing them back up.
Well, they don't have to be problems. They could be lessons.
They could be solutions.
Yeah. Have you tried reframing how you view it?
I don't know how to do that. I'm just gonna stick to what I've been doing.
Wonderful. What if we embrace our toon tropes and help you do that?
You're scaring me with your words.
Maybe can you eat your own fear, or is that cannibalism?
It's sort of like breathing in the same air you've been breathing. Like,
So you'll pass out if you eat your own fear?
well, if it's the only thing you got. It maybe not
Alright.
exactly pass out, but it's not. It doesn't do nothing.
I
Kill
mean,
your own car.
we have a scarecrow who emanates a lot of anger. If can you feed on anger?
I dabble in a little bit of array of negative emotions sometimes when fear is not
So
the
you
only one.
can eat more than just fear, you just choose not to.
W-
So that's a picky eater.
I'm not a picky eater. I'm doing it's smart. Night Owl said it's smart to only have fear.
Is that the person who betrayed you?
No, Night Owl's my like parent.
Okay, but did they give you a good reason for why it's smart?
Yeah, 'cause love got us in trouble, so now we don't eat that no more.
So, but like, there's more things than just love,
But-
too. There's like a whole spectrum of feelings and emotions.
The positives get you nowhere. Fear's better.
You realize, but you just said fear could be positive because some people enjoy it.
Hold on, stop talking. You're going faster than I can mentally gymnastic this.
Sounds like you could improve.
At my mental
All right,
gymnastics?
while you have
Maybe.
a mental breakdown, let's just walk this way.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we can walk and talk.
The entire time Nicola's been like leading him by like arm loop and arm, just kind of like absently patting it like there.
Do you know what a logical fallacy is?
Roll dexterity for mental gymnastics.
My brain's just like, where's this version of the like, okay, grandma, reeling them into the old
junkyard.
person. So I'm like,
It's just
fear is
like-
always the best food. Okay, grandma, wheels them into the nursing home.
Yeah.
Lord.
So, well, has Night Owl or whatever their name was ever been wrong?
What? He has to really think about that one. What? Maybe? I mean,
So, and are you a child?
no, I'm like 30 something.
Wonderful. So you can make your own decisions.
Question
Yes.
authority.
Have you considered trying more than one thing?
Yes.
Wonderful. Do you want to, improve upon yourself and become a more, well-rounded, strong person?
Yeah?
Eat more than one thing.
Good.
You know, like
No.
how people have to eat their vegetables.
Well, I'm actually kind of a veggie guy, but that doesn't like add
Okay, you know how
nourishment.
some people have to take like, supplements if they don't want to eat meat?
Like medicine.
Well, I mean, bodies usually need like iron and whatnot that you normally get from meat, but if you don't want to eat meat, you have to take supplements to get that in a different way.
God, just the mental image of this like 6'7" robot being dominated by this however short Lina
She's
is.
wearing stilts, so she's
Oh, yeah.
a little taller than normal, and by
She's
that I
like-
mean like she's in the 4-foot range instead of the 3-foot range.
Listen, I'm just waiting for HareWire to conclude. Oh, that means I need to eat lead paint.
No.
No, they tried that. It exploded on them.
That was
You could say it led to disaster.
oh, no.
HareWire is just like looking at this small teenager, like you. So supplements, like, okay, stick with me here. How would I supplement an emotion?
So, you know how you eat fear? What if
Yeah.
you ate fear along with the secondary emotion the person was having, like joy or anger or sadness?
Yeah. I
You
mean,
could do that.
I guess maybe I did that with the whole happy fear thing, but I mean,
Yeah, and it probably was great, right?
maybe.
Well, maybe
I mean,
you
it
should
was
try
fun.
it again.
What?
Well, it was fun to make somebody else have fun.
Yeah,
Well, maybe you should lean into that.
I guess so. But that was when the lady was tricking us, and
Well,
the child murder lady.
yeah, but did you have that experience with her or somebody else while you were her friend?
The children she was trying to trick me into helping murder.
Well, yeah, you had it with the children, not her.
Yeah, well, I mean, she was kind of having fun. I think I don't know how to read her anymore.
Well, it sounds like you had a good experience and a bad person happened to be there.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of never doing that, it sounds like a wonderful thing. Never doing that again because of the way that she affected you. Maybe doing it in a way that makes sure that you're still safe.
Also, she could have
The
said
kids are
line
gonna have a
about
play
that
date
too.
eventually, probably, for fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you love telling jokes and making people laugh, right?
Yeah, I also love scaring people. That's fun too.
You can do two things.
I can.
Yeah, I believe in you.
This is so weird. Where are we going?
To a job.
We're just gonna go
Well,
and do
you're
it.
right. Yeah.
But we do two things
We
all the
lead
time.
them. I
Y'all
feel
are
like
like
this
feeding
whole entire
HareWire with
conversation,
pool noodles.
yeah, like has
Or
been
Shaun
like
is, like,
slowly
just-
leading them down the road as stealthily as we can as a group of weirdos.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Shaun's just kind of like following you guys in this conversation, watching your backs and just rubbing their forehead and being like, there's way too much child murder in this conversation. There's way too much child murder in this conversation. It's just like,
Go
what is
to the
going on?
partyplex.
Also, why give that person who hated you any more power over your life? You know, just because they ruined something that you care about doesn't mean that you should let it be ruined, because that just gives them more power.
I don't like the words you just said to me.
Why not?
Well, and like, HareWire is thinking of the other person who really ruined his life way more than the child murderer, and how that's probably affected every decision he's made in his life since then. But you don't know about all that.
I mean, Nikola might pick up
Are
on
you-
it.
Oh,
Are you
Nikola.
able to verbalize your trauma?
Oh God, right? The
We do have a
The
mind
mind
reader right
reader.
The
here.
mind
You have a
reading.
mind reader.
Nicola's right there.
Hey,
If
Nick.
Nicola's keeping an eye on things.
Want to help your
Nikola
girlfriend
listening
dunk?
to recordings of past Party Plugs episodes, like, huh?
Oh, this
God.
is. I think what HareWire is thinking about is before the events of the Partyplex campaign, backstory
unless
stuff.
you
God. I love this. This poor man just tried to rob a convenience store and now is being aggressively therapied by
This is how he
teenagers.
it's
pays
beautiful.
back. It's
See,
what
the song,
Perspicuity
the,
would
so-
want.
the song is "Teenagers Scare the Living Shit Out of Me." Therefore, we are doing our job.
I'm just a little guy.
Anyway, would Nick be reading HareWire's mind or avoiding that?
At least surface thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's probably paying attention to surface thoughts, especially after
Child murder?
child murder and also the whole like snooping to see what Tailwind looked like likes this person to a point.
Still
Boundaries.
cautious.
Yeah,
So-
boundaries is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Lina just like,
HareWire.
you know what a
You're on
boundary
Shaun's
is?
don't like list before threatening Tailwind.
Okay, so you're listening in to HareWire's mind. First of all, I want you to know that it's every once in a while his mental audio feed just basically becomes taken over by distant like fairground music. That's just the way he lives.
ADHD, got it.
I don't know if images can come through.
Yeah, they can.
Mental links.
You
Okay.
can get whole memories through this, we've established.
Okay, good. Since that makes my job easier, since he's thinking right now, and you probably see like a montage of childhood trauma of this guy, human guy, in a purple sweater vest and a stupid bow tie, all hoity-toity like, leading seemingly what was a younger HareWire with cake, and then hard cut to a dark dungy basement with a cage, and HareWire younger self not having a great time with the man strapping him onto a table and a knife finger gun, so that's all you're getting right now.
HareWire, actually, let me roll. Not 20, okay. Nikola does not react to this at all. Because at this point, he's probably a little bit desensitized. I think that if anything, he just kind of tucks HareWire's arm more securely into his as they've been walking. Just like, not really a hug, just, just kind of a friendly sort of secure. Not trapping, just, Nicola's right there. Don't worry.
HareWire's gonna get therapied so hard.
Do you know what a logical fallacy is?
Back to this. HareWire's
Asked
like,
that earlier.
You already asked that.
Yeah, but I didn't really get an answer.
It's when your logic is not doing good.
Yeah. So, a great way to fix that is to eat your veggies.
Great, you should tell that to someone who cares.
I'm trying
And who
to.
it applies to, really. My logic is A+ straight, always good.
Oh,
I thought you
perfect.
can't.
Because somebody who believes in logic should be able to understand this.
Yeah, and I do
Oh,
understand
come
what
on,
you're
that was a
saying.
good goof.
I heard
Yeah,
it.
that was good
I
too.
laughed. HareWire is having too much of a crisis to respond to that.
Understandable. Have a good day.
Do you know how to express your feelings?
Through volatile behavior.
Have you tried branching out from that?
How do I branch out from volatile? That feels like the most branchy an emotion can be.
No, it's pretty single note because all you can do is cause havoc and wreak disaster. But, have you ever tried, building something and then destroying it?
Like
mean,
my
yeah, that's
confidence?
I mean, I'm talking
We said that in
physically,
one
but I
piece,
mean, you could
buddy.
try that too, but then you have to build it back up.
That seems like a lot of trouble just to break something.
Yeah, so maybe don't break it
Maybe
I
just
mean,
So
keep
why
it.
are you suggesting this?
because you said
I
you wanted
have an
volatile
idea.
behavior.
Our DM question:
Mm-hmm.
Are we at the junkyard?
Sure.
Nice. Okay. So, Tailwind is like, okay, you guys stay here, or you know what? Better off. Like, there's a spot over there with a bunch of rusted cars. I'll be right back as they go into their workshop.
Is this battery
Throw
quest?
throw a tarp over the robot parts. Let's not show them that.
Any old port in the
Uh,
storm, right?
Yeah. Pop out of Wrecking Maw and like drag over a sledgehammer. It's like, when I am frustrated because something isn't working.
Am I about to get beaten to death? And he's like raised
Oh
his
no,
hand for this.
no, we're trying
No,
to
no,
give
no,
you an
no, no, no.
opportunity to vent.
Yes.
Oh, I crawl through vents all the time.
So
No,
so do
in
we.
the
It's fine.
metaphorical sense. You know what a metaphor is?
I know what a metaphor is.
Okay, just making sure.
What's the metaphor?
So
It's
Sensitive
for
verb
explaining
distractions.
things.
So you see that car right there?
I see the car.
I'm gonna like drag here, hold this, and hit the car
And no one else.
as hard as you can with the sledgehammer.
And think
no one
about
else.
why you're
Thank you.
upset.
Yes.
And then take it out
Okay.
on the car.
Hold on, let me check HareWire's strength. That's only a +1. Should I roll strength to see if he can first lift the hammer and then how hard he hits the car?
That would be funny, so yes.
I imagine if Tailwind can drag it with their noodly appendages.
I mean, dragging and
Okay.
swinging it with force are two.
Yeah, there's no way that got off the ground. It was just dragged.
Was dragged with struggle. This is okay. First, this is the HareWire. Can he lift the hammer high enough to hit the car? Roll 10. I
Plus one,
guess
you can
he
probably pick it up.
succeeds, but it's not graceful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now time to hit the car.
Oh, here, put your hand a little bit closer to the head of it. This hand here, I'm gonna move it. That gives you a little bit more like control over it. Okay, now go for it.
Okay. Yeah, he hefts the hammer back and swings down, and 19.
Wow.
Violence!
Yeah, I think it's like suddenly like the moment the hammer hits the car, violence and rage enters his heart, and suddenly he just keeps on swinging that thing until that car is flat as a pancake.
Lina in the background. Woo! Yeah!
Woo! Violence!
Let the rage in your heart go free, and hopefully it doesn't
There you
return.
go.
His HareWire frothing at the
not
mouth,
all
hitting this car. I feel
Now.
like every time he swings, he's kind of doing a jump, so he's getting like hammer goes down, he goes up. Bunny rabbit hop.
If he starts
Aw.
swinging that at us, I do blame you entirely. By the way.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Is he allowed to do the car next to it?
No, yeah. Look, I'll
Yeah.
work
I
that.
think you know what, I think he at
Um,
some point just throws away the hammer and just starts biting the car.
So you'll eat the car, but not.
You know,
Like
he doesn't have
joy.
a hammer anymore.
Lena, less
Sorry,
is more.
Sorry.
Less is more. I love you.
Love you.
He's just
But
like, I think
No,
he's
we're
turned to
learning.
look
We're
at
learning
y'all.
something here. He can eat metal.
You can eat metal. Can you eat metal, or are you trying to eat metal?
He like swings his head around, and I'm not saying like he turns his body. Actually, he like his head goes like 180 to look at y'all. Well, with
Nifty.
like I don't know, like a car tailpipe in his mouth, and he just like crushes it between his jaws. I'm fueled by the bit.
Perfect. Let us know if you need your stomach pumped after that.
I don't have one. I think he looks down and then he
Just
kind of
put it in the
gestures to
ice,
the
you know
empty
what?
part of his robo ribs.
I'm trying to add logic to a tune.
I don't know where the stuff I eat's going. Frankly, I would never fully have
Hammer space.
hammer space, a special stomach hammer space. Do you think if I shoved someone in there, they would die? Would I eat them?
Probably.
I
mean,
wouldn't
you-
test it.
You don't even know if you can access that. You'd probably need to start there first.
How about we
Let's
just not
not figure
test
that
it
out.
ever?
I mean, it's an interesting concept, though.
Save it for someone you really don't like.
Rara, got
Yeah,
it.
like
Cat,
a murderer.
no, do not encourage this behavior, Cat.
You want to eat a murderer?
I would eat a murderer. That sounds fair. I mean, okay.
Eat a
I will
murderer.
admit, some friends of mine said that threatening to rip out her spine was a bit much, so maybe eating her is like the lesser evil.
I
Yeah.
mean, she's a bad
You're not
person.
necessarily
So,
killing her.
have you ever heard the concept of karma?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the
No.
happy little yes.
Yes.
Good job. I'm so glad you know what karma is. It's applicable in so many situations.
Mostly to my actions in life.
Anyway, do you feel a little
Okay.
better after destroying a car?
Okay. Now let's.
Yeah, HareWire probably straightens up and wanders back over to y'all.
I'm picturing he's
So, you
just
feel
got
better?
like little bits of metal and oil around his mouth now.
Hands him a hanky. Here, you might
You
want to
just
clean
had
that.
cleaned
That
him
little
from
something
all the
right
like junk food.
Just dabs.
there. Here, actually, good gracious. You in the suit. What's your secret name? Good. My teeth hurt. I can't remember a good gracious thing.
Nothing more.
Wrecking. Thank you very much.
Really should practice
on.
that more.
Are you guys using fake names? That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, we're attempting.
I'm kind of using a fake name. Let me say, it's fun to just
Yeah,
put
we're
on a
attempting
name,
it.
and then you can pretend to be someone you're not forever.
No, you see,
Yeah.
we use fake names so we don't get hunted down and killed. It's a little different.
Ah,
Yeah. This is a bit of a fake utopia.
It's
most
not great
utopias
here.
are. Listen, I know something about people who act fake. Nick, I think you get another flash of Mr. Purple Vest and Bowtie Man.
Would you like to tell us what you know?
Not really.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Nick makes eye contact with Lina. Looks away.
Can't help it. I'm a journalist.
Catalina over to Tailwind is like, do you have like a shower or like a
Are you?
pressure cleaner that hair could use?
I've
Because
got a
they
hose.
Do you want to get hosed down?
Do I?
You got a bunch of gunk in your hair.
What?
And
Is
car
the
oil
hose
on
the
your
only
face now.
option?
I think there's a bathtub from that one FPS.
Yeah, I think there's
I
a little
mean-
bathtub around here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here,
Do
why-
you want to
like,
put the electronic
you
in the
make it, you
bathtub,
point
though?
flip it, and you can find just about anything in here.
Yeah, hey, are you waterproof? Are you water
I
resistant?
don't even know if it would
I
hurt
have
them.
no
That
idea.
might
Let's
just
find out
charge them.
together.
I would love to find out together. There's also a
If I-
river, but you shouldn't cross it.
All
I
right.
should go in the river. You're right.
Do you want to go in the river? Can you wait? Can you swim?
I
Can I
have
go
no
in the
idea,
river?
but
The
we can
river's-
find out.
Sure.
Isn't the river like heavily polluted?
Yes.
Not this close to shore. On this side
Here,
of the
why?
river close to Wellspring, you can get a little bit into the water before it starts getting polluted.
Yeah, it's fine. Lina, like, I swam over that all the time
Yeah, it's
as a kid.
perfectly fine. We had an obstacle course that, yeah.
Yeah.
We had an
I
obstacle
do
course
think
at one
You
point.
made it further, I suppose.
And we're organic. I'm sure we would die first.
Yeah, HareWire is like nodding along to whatever chatter is happening and then raises a finger. It's like, okay, question. If I get in water and someone else gets in water with me, do you think that would electrocute them like a la toaster in bathtub?
It depends on whether or not you start sparking.
Tailwind
but-
should be fine either way.
Yeah, Tailwind is probably fine.
Hey, little kid,
Tailwind.
want to get electrocuted?
Wouldn't be the
Tailwind
first
just
time.
looks, like there's definitely the mental gymnastics of, would that even hurt me?
You could find out.
I don't know.
Curiosity. Potentially killed the fox.
I love you all so much. I'm gonna just say that we're not gonna experiment with this.
But it
Please.
could be useful to know later.
No.
No.
Oh,
We are not getting in this kind of situation later. You do not need to know.
Okay.
well,
Okay.
you never know.
I've been electrocuted before and I turned out fine. And he smiles and poses with his hands on his hips.
Lina poses.
Is-
I totally believe you.
Is your current situation predicated by the electrocution or unrelated?
I don't know what that one first word you used means, but I think it was, unrelated? It's more of a past thing. You know, as a small child, sometimes you get electrocuted.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lordly in real life nods. Cat doesn't know, but I do.
Me, Katie, also nods. I've been electrocuted more than once. It's not fun.
Look, sometimes there's a fork and an outlet, and you don't know any better.
Look, sometimes it's
should.
an electric fence and you didn't know.
Sometimes,
you get
love you
electrocuted
so
as kids?
much.
sometimes you're told as a child, don't stick a fork in an electric socket, and you wonder, I wonder why they say not to do that, and you try it out.
And sometimes you try to unplug something and you accidentally put your finger on the prongs because you're a kid and you get electrocuted a little bit.
Oh
It happens.
no!
It happens.
Good to know this is electrocution disaster camp.
Oh, jeez.
Look, most modern day electronics don't have enough voltage
At least I
to
didn't eat coins.
people other than a quick shock. If they anyway,
Anyway,
so your options are bathtub, sponge. We do have car wax.
Oh yeah, we could make it really shiny. Do you want a paint job?
I
We could
don't.
jazz
I
you
would
up.
love to be super shiny.
Yeah, let's make you shiny. Did you want any cool colors to your design?
Shiny.
Let's just go colorless for now. I want to see if I naturally develop more colors
That's fair.
Like
Is that a
Patina.
thing robots can do?
when they're like me. Yes.
Really?
When they rust, if they're made of copper, they'll get the patina and turn kind of
Okay.
green.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. But hey, I mean, I've grown my own nerves. I feel like I can handle some color.
You have nerves?
Yeah,
Why?
stole them from someone. Don't worry about it.
Do you
Who's
use them
Okay.
or do you just have them?
That's
We traded. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it was okay. Was it fair? Wait, was
I
that
don't think
person
you
the
can trade
original
those.
owner of the nerves?
I gave him my nerves and I got his nerves.
Did
So
they
we're always
consent?
on each
Steel?
other's nerves.
Are they nerves of steel?
No, they're like
I
human
made that
flesh
joke
nerves.
already.
You did make that joke? Damn.
Yes.
Really,
I just can't hear you down here.
really, Lina, the nerve.
Looks at you.
Question.
HareWire is
Question.
chuckling at the
Important question. Was it a consensual trade?
Hey, so I heard
Do
something
you know
about
what consent
sponges and
is?
wax.
Do we need to have the consent talk?
It was to save his life after I kind
Imagine
of
you
almost killed
Make
him.
somebody a
It's
cup
fine.
of tea.
Okay. Next thing, it might just help out with the whole like interacting with people thing. Do you want some like leather gloves to deal with the barbed wire around your hands?
Oh yeah, because then it's like a shock.
Do you,
Ooh.
yeah, do you want
No.
me? Do you like the barbed wire being there, or is that kind of a hassle?
Kind of depends. I mean, it feels weird to cover, but also I do love a good pair of fingerless gloves.
Well, if you have gloves, then you can decide whether or not to wear them.
They
depending
wouldn't be
on your vibe.
fingerless.
Are we seriously
Think
trying
about
to
the vibe.
child-proof the HareWire?
Do you want to be able to give non-spiky high fives to bros?
I mean,
He kind of looks sad at the bros part, honestly, but he does nod.
Ah.
Oh, and
You think
Nick,
it's cool,
you
bro?
get a flash
Okay.
of some guy
so
at the bros part in HareWire's mind.
Bros.
Oh, you know what? What?
Tragic backstory.
Yeah.
Here, one of my grandmas knit me this. And I think I'd like you to have it. Hands him a very like floral, very thickly spun pair of like those mittens where you can fold the tops back so that they become fingerless gloves.
Ooh.
Oh, HareWire like claps his hands together and takes those. Woohoo! And they've got
Are-
flowers on them. That's so cute.
It
Yeah, my
is.
grandma
Random
made
chicks
them
that get stuck
originally for
together.
my grandma or my grandma, but grandma didn't like them, and grandma unfortunately lost her hand, so grandma decided to give me these.
You said grandma a whole lot in ways that I
They
think
have a
was more
lot.
grandma than is
There's
grandma.
more than one.
Yeah, it
More
was
than one. I guess everyone has two grandmas.
There's
Usually.
more than two.
There's
There-
more than.
there-
Oh,
there's
hey,
a
gay
few.
grandmas. That's good. That's great.
no, well, kinda.
You know how you said you might be, was it polyamorous or
I said
Pansexual.
pansexual.
pansexual? Damn. Never mind.
I could be polyamorous. I have no idea. Right now, I'm only courting one guy. He like wiggles his eyebrows.
Ooh, who's the lucky
Although I did
fella?
have. Oh, he's some like nerd named Ezra.
Nice.
I
Shaun
did
is just
have a
kind of-
crush on the child murderer, but that's dead and gone.
Understandable.
Like the
Did they
children, I
kill it?
assume.
Oh yeah, she killed that crush in
Rumch.
a second.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's dead.
Me too. I'm still slightly sad she didn't make out with me before then, but hey,
Congratulations on your like third unintentional joke there.
Yeah, no, she sounds like a manipulative bastard. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that.
thanks.
Manipulative bastards can still be hot, though.
Yeah, they can. Have you ever watched anime? They're full of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
may have
Ask
seen
ask
an anime
ask
or
Kat
two of
about
my friends.
anime. Good lord, we're here for the rest of our lives now.
Yes.
I'm afraid to ask about anime. I'm just gonna put these gloves in my hammer space for now since we're bath time.
Yes. If you ever want like a great therapeutic anime, let me know. I have CDs and copies that are definitely legal.
There
I'm
are
gonna
no
take your
pirates
word
here,
for it.
no sir.
What's a
Completely
pirate?
legal.
I found it in a parking lot.
We are completely legal consumers of media.
We've done nothing wrong our entire lives.
Never once.
I've been
Never
in a
once.
CD once.
Yeah.
Woo!
Nice.
Quite the power.
Nikola is looking at Lina like she hung the stars in the sky. If anyone's gonna
Aw.
Oh wait, insight. Can HareWire smell the love in the air?
Can you smell?
Yes.
I don't think it would be easy to miss.
Oh, yeah.
Can you-
It's
I can feel something in the air tonight.
It smells like
Oh.
love.
Smells like love. If
I
he
can smell
doesn't
it, I
smell
don't
the
have my
love, it's
nose
because
right
he's too
now.
consumed by his. 10. Once again, I
That's
guess we go
probably
for.
enough.
He's looking knowingly at between the two kids and kind of leans in and is like, I see I'm not the only one with a crush around here. Are you
Oh,
two
it's
a
not just a
thing?
crush, it's a fully evolved relationship.
Wow, you're doing better than me. Way to rub it in.
Wait, you only have a crush? It's not a fully evolved relationship?
I mean, we fused, but I don't know how that sets us.
Well, it sounds like you should have an open-hearted conversation with this
Wait,
person
what?
about it.
Full and frank conversation, man.
Yeah, just be like, hey, do you like me? And if
Okay,
you do,
who-
like, what do I need to do in order to be like become the person you would want to date or something?
Yeah.
But don't change yourself too much. Like you shouldn't. There's boundaries. Do you know what a boundary
Would
is?
you like to put? Would you like me to put my tongue in your mouth? Don't ask
I
that
don't want you to
question.
do
That's
that to
What?
me.
Cat, no, that's in the animes.
Just so you know, if you do any of this, that means you got
Okay, so
advice
I have to
from
ask this
literal
question.
children,
Who's
and you should feel
fusing-
bad.
I,
Don't
Who's
shame
welding
him.
robots together? That seems odd.
I feel like
That's-
I've lost the plot in this conversation. I'm still just stuck on sticking my tongue in Ezra's mouth. I don't know if I should do that or not, but I kind of like the idea.
Not without consent.
With consent,
Ask
definitely ask
nicely
first.
first.
And perhaps ask in a less forthright, sort of a, would you mind if I kiss you sort of way, and not, may I please put my tongue in your mouth sort of way.
It depends. Do you think he'd be into it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I
You
mean,
gotta
he said to
copy-
me
you
in
gotta
general,
copy your
so
approach to your target.
Just remember, consent is key.
right.
Consent is key.
He pushed me kind of against the wall once, or not exactly, but in my mind, I like to pretend it was intentionally
Was
like
it in
that.
a
Have it
romantic
on.
We
way?
were in the freezer.
Cool. Was it? Did you have to huddle together for warmth?
No, I can't remember the exact circumstances. My brain is kind of Swiss cheese, but hey, it was
You should
hot.
get that looked at. It was hot, even though it was cold.
Yeah, and then eyes appeared, or that was related incident
Eyes appeared in the freezer.
on the walls and
What?
whatnot.
Oh,
Eyes?
because everything in your world is fear-based.
No, that I think that was his fault. I'm still
Anyway,
not
I'm gonna
entirely
I-
sure what
the whole
happened.
fusion thing.
You should have a conversation with this individual about things that have happened.
Or 3.
I should
Or a
probably
few.
have a few conversations with multiple
Or
people,
you should just
honestly,
make
but
a habit of talking to him more often since you have a crush. You know, it's hard
But-
to get close to somebody unless there's like something to build off of, so you know.
yeah, I'm not sure if he wants to get that close to me, honestly, but
Well, there's
I
only
would-
one way to find out.
by sticking my tongue in his mouth?
You
With
asked.
consent.
Ask him first if he
No.
wants that to happen, but
Okay,
Yes.
first thing I'll ask when I see him again is that.
Yes,
Yes.
but you have to ask that and then be like, would you like to grow closer?
No.
How about you start? How about, okay? This is the order of operations.
is-
Okay. We're gonna
You should
start
probably listen to
with
Nick.
growing closer emotionally, where you get to know him on like a deeper level. He gets to know you on a deeper level, and then perhaps you try. Would you? How would you? Let me ask you this: how would you feel about holding his hand?
You can use the
Wire's
gloves.
Endomask blushes. That would be nice.
You can use
There
the
we
gloves,
go.
and then
So
it's
we're
not
going to
spiky.
We're going to start with that. You again are going to ask if he would enjoy holding hands, and if that goes right, that's kind of the trial period. Then perhaps
Then I
you
ask about the tongue mouth thing.
Eventually.
Hold on.
No,
We're getting a
let's-
little ahead of
let's save
ourselves.
that for like a while.
Then
Second
perhaps
date.
you ask if he would like a hug.
Oh, okay, we're getting real spicy here. I get it.
Oh, you think
Exactly.
hugs are spicier than tongue and mouth?
Well, yeah.
full body
Double check to
contact.
see
you
if
know?
he feels the same way.
Additionally, all of this information that you're giving us, this group of teenagers that you found, it's good information to share with him so that he has the whole story about where you're coming from emotionally.
Yes, communication and consent are key.
And
Yeah,
then
and
I
that-
stick my tongue in his mouth, and wait, HareWire suddenly has a light bulb moment. He doesn't have a mouth. Oh, the whole plan's gone to bust.
That's
no,
alright.
listen.
You can still hug.
Yep, listen to Nick. I mean, Omen. Fuck.
Hug is good.
Love you, dear.
I have
Love you.
This is out of character. I'm going to clarify this is out of character. Cat would not say this. There are other places you could stick your tongue.
God. Lol.
I shove Lordly away from the fourth wall.
Lordly is
Let's not go
being
there.
put behind a chain link fence of shame.
Was Nikola spray painted on the fourth wall and then manifested?
That would be a question for courts.
Noted.
Anyway, I've been trying to
Honestly,
figure out when to drop the fact with that HareWire's never gotten the talk. He doesn't know anything beyond hand holding and hugging and various degrees of kissing.
Nikola can read minds. Hey, Nick.
Alright, so HareWire, why don't we go for a short walk? So that can give you a little bit more context on what we're talking about. And we're just gonna leave everyone here so that they can kind of clean up, get things ready for whatever happens next, and we're just gonna go for a little talk, okay?
Can I insight this?
Sure.
There are things more to know about the world. You 30-year-old man.
God.
HareWire, what is your life, HareWire?
Now I'm really wishing I had. Now I'm really wishing I had said that in character.
All I can think about is
Nat-
the various
nat
anime where
20,
it's
or
like if
not
you stay
nat-
a virgin for 30
unnatural
years, you
20.
get magic powers.
He got a 20 on that. Not like a natural 20, but unnatural 20.
With an unnatural 20, Nikola has no ill intentions. He is operating from a place of concern. This very sudden request is coming because he has identified a need that he thinks needs to be filled as soon as possible for everybody's sake.
HareWire is hesitant but nods and probably comes back looking mildly traumatized.
Yeah, we're just gonna go for a walk. The camera angle's gonna stay here. Don't worry about that. So when any sort of their voice fades into the distance.
I think HareWire
So-
just comes screaming back.
Oh, you got the talk.
I hate. I need to get out of here.
Good.
Yeah,
Cat pats
sometimes it
him
can
on the
happen with
shoulder.
ink. You're fine.
All right, and if you have any questions, let me know.
I don't want any more information.
It's good to know, though.
I don't want any more.
You have
Wonderful,
an
moving
email?
I don't even have. I don't have. He waves his hand down there. I don't have.
Toons have done weirder things.
I don't want to know what you mean by that.
I know. Sort of mentally, I'm just thinking about saying having cat say he hatched from an egg, but that's not actually canonically true, and I don't want to muddy the waters.
You could just say that and then lie.
I just
You can
wanna
have your
point
character
out
lie.
that the pregame talk for this deeply unhinged session was establishing that Nikola was made with graffiti, and this is two UPANs talking, so he probably gave him the first session of an art class lecture.
I was like, I have 3 different talks for you.
Oh my god, this all circles back around.
Everything's connected.
Everything. Like, if you started with the art class talk there, why was probably, okay. I started as a living toy, okay. And then, like, you just slowly get into different territory, and he's like, nope, no more.
I know it's
Maybe
very uncomfortable to talk about. However, this is an important thing to understand in order to keep you and everyone in your life safe. You understand?
I
Cat
understand, but also I wish I didn't.
Well, it's better to
Kathleen
understand than not.
Tailwind.
I
Another
just.
reason why consent is important. Pat.
We really have broken this poor robot, haven't we?
It's for the better.
I,
Again, I have-
disagree. I think I'm more traumatized than I started.
Yes,
but
but
it's
now
in
you
a
have tools to
better
work
way.
through that trauma.
in
Yeah.
different ways.
And you're more prepared for your crush. Also,
I
you
don't
can
think
do
we're going
more.
that direction.
And
I-
for whatever's worth, I think that you're handling everything really well, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
HareWire is confused by positive reinforcement.
Would you like to smash another car later?
Would you like to smash another car now?
I think right now. And he just grabs the hammer and just goes back to smashing. Like, give it like 30 minutes and then he comes back and it's like, okay, I'm normal again.
See,
Ah.
isn't it great to have an outlet?
Yes. I think.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Good job. So proud of you. Let's fix your hair.
Alright, so while you're fixing the hair, I have a question. You say you're from this future world city.
Yeah.
What made you come here?
My crush turning out to be a child murderer?
Yeah, remember the whole thing?
Right. Okay.
That,
So,
yeah.
like, there was a lot of context there, and I think I missed that bit.
Yeah, you were kind of zoned out looking at the little battery symbol.
Yeah. I mean, there was some other stuff leading up to that.
Yeah, I think that
Okay.
kind of takes the cake.
Well,
Yeah.
it's more, why are you here? Why did you not go, like, anywhere else?
Oh, I just kind of went in like a fugue state and just started walking away from everything I knew.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes
Now
sense.
I've
That
heard the music of all around me are familiar faces as you walk away depressed.
Places.
You like hear a fairground organ rendition of that in HareWire's head, Nikola.
Just
That
it,
would slap.
Zeus.
I want to hear that IRL.
That would slap.
That would slap, actually.
All right. So, okay.
Important point of reference. After we've gotten you all cleaned up and stuff, you should probably come and apologize to Perspicuity. He's a nice guy.
You
Okay, I
did
guess.
steal a bunch of food.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, food comes back, grows, and more food happens.
It
it's
does
okay.
not.
Just say you're sorry. Just focus on that bit. Don't worry about it.
What if I'm not sincere?
Ah, okay. If somebody took something from you and it didn't immediately grow back and you had to pay for it in some way, that would suck, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened to Perspicuity.
Also, you
Hold on,
kinda
I need to
broke into,
reevaluate some of my past choices in life.
Okay, let's give him time.
Do you need the hammer again?
No, I just need to think for a
Do
second.
you need a hammer time?
Emotional
Stop.
support sledgehammer.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, look, do organs, like, count, like, foods? I mean, if you trade organ, it's not like they didn't grow back, it's that, I mean, they didn't grow back, but
Well,
you
it
got new
depends.
ones.
It depends on the individual. Most organs don't grow back, and a lot of the times you do need those. There's only like 2 that you can live without.
Yeah, okay, and those like ones are traded for someone else's, and it's fine. It's like you broke even, right? Even if those
Well, it
organs
depends
were
on whether or
taken.
not the organs were put like back into their system.
Yeah, the replacement organs were put back in, all
Was it
hunky
the
dory.
same organ?
The Toon equivalent of human organs.
Okay, are they alive and functional?
Uh, he's still around to this day. That's probably alive.
That's not what
That's
they
not
asked.
the same. No. No.
You got the alive
Was
part. What about
there-
the functional part?
Well, okay. So you have a human heart. It beats blood, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then say you have a Toon heart that's made of like fabric and cotton and has some ink in it, and then you put that where the human heart was, and it still works. He's alive. He's around. He's
Cool.
purple now, but he's alive. Around.
How is his well-being?
He threw a fireball at me.
Do you think that
Okay.
was warranted?
Yeah,
Yeah, so why did you do that though in the first place? Was there a reason you needed to switch out the hearts?
he was dying.
Okay.
Okay,
That-
see that's
Good
important
context.
context. Yeah, so you saved his life, but did he want to be saved?
Well, I wore him as a skin suit first, and then he started dying. So then I traded organs so he wouldn't die. I think he wanted it
What?
Cool. Why was he a skin suit?
because I needed to use him to kill our bad dad.
Is this your brother?
Yeah, my best friend, or kind of, yeah.
Did he consent to being skin
Oh.
suited?
No, he
Nikola
was
in the
kind of,
corner connecting
like,
dots.
really not happy about it, honestly.
Yeah, if you were a skin suit, would you be comfortable with that situation?
Well, I'm kind of like 2D. I don't know how someone could manage. I mean, I guess my body's
someone,
3D-ish now, but
if someone took away your agency in that way, would you be comfortable with it?
you get another flash of, like, purple vest man and bow tie, which you now know is probably the dad in the situation. Evil father guy. Well, I mean, I survived similar things happening.
But that
That
doesn't mean
doesn't
they're
mean that's
okay.
good.
All right, does it?
Yeah, like you survived your horrible murder crush, but that wasn't okay.
Yeah, wait, I mean,
I'm sorry that you had that experience.
HareWire's like looking like just into the distance, just into the far horizon, just having multiple just like imagine like he's holding like a barricade shut on like multiple realizations he does not want to be having.
Yeah, keep in mind that if there's something that you feel bad about in your past, you can just do better in the future and move on.
His
You
eyes
can
twitching.
apologize. It won't necessarily make it better, but it will make it an attempt.
Be the
So
change you want
this
to
is
see in the
why
world.
we want you to apologize to Perspicuity so that he has a little bit more context that you weren't doing so well. He knows that you don't mean to hurt him. And so he can kind of get closure on the situation. Whether or not he decides to forgive you, you will know that you did the best that you could in the situation, right?
I could regurgitate all the stuff I ate.
Yeah,
No, that wouldn't help.
I don't think he would enjoy that.
Also, at
That
the end
would
of the
not help.
day, Perspicuity would want to have helped you, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think he regrets you stealing everything, per se, to get, full. I think he just would have preferred if you had asked.
Though, Nick, I do love your general kind disposition to all people and faith in them. Do we really want to bring friend with child murder war people as skin suits near Perspicuity again? Really?
It'll probably be fine.
Feel
How about this?
bad
We'll have
about it.
you write a letter.
Yeah, I can write.
Good.
Look,
I was gonna
that-
ask. I was gonna
I
ask.
will
the
help
question
you
'cause
write
that
a
was-
letter.
I don't need help. I can write it myself. Thank you very much.
Okay, let us know if you need help with any of the letters.
Great. I'm
Picks
gonna
up a
have.
sparkly piece of paper and pen.
I was just about to have like HareWire hammer space his notebook out. Instead, I'll try to have him hammer Space's reading glasses since he's been given paper.
Gives the most sparkly bordered paper and
Mm.
a glitter pen. Just like, these ones make me happy. You should try it out.
They are very
Tailwind just kind
sparkly.
of shimmies over to Shaun. It's like, huh. This went very weird. I honestly thought we were just gonna have to like grab a raccoon and throw it out of town.
Yeah.
It turned into
I thought violence was going to be on the table.
We're
yeah.
emotionally throwing a raccoon out of town.
I mean, he's as dirty as a raccoon.
We're gonna
I think the raccoons are cleaner.
Actually, yeah, no, probably. They always wash their hands after they eat. They're so cute.
Okay, I'm done writing.
Wonderful. Nikola, is it legible?
Like HareWire has little cute like crescent half moon reading glasses on. One lens is slightly cracked. He hands over the piece of paper to Nick. It just reads in kind of sloppy handwriting. Sorry, not sorry. LOL LMAO.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you to do a little bit better than that.
What? But that was from the heart.
We really appreciate your efforts.
An attempt was made.
Okay, I'll get like better about it, I guess. Do I have more sparkly paper? Alright, heck, I'll just write it on the back of that sparkly
No, I
paper.
have more sparkly paper.
Okay.
Gives it. I have all the sparkly paper you'll ever need.
Sounded threatening. Let's put that way.
This
If he does
child
another
frightens me.
atrocious one. Yeah, if he does another atrocious one, do we just throw him into the river?
Nah, he doesn't deserve it.
No. He did this.
He's what the fanfic world would call a baby girl. We do
I
not
mean,
put baby girls in the river right now.
This is
I-
a
at this
30-year-old robot child murder friend
He's been
thing.
called baby girl so much at the Partyplex server, I want you to know.
Good!
I mean,
Our little meow meow.
Okay,
This is an
HareWire once
organ
again holds
stealing
up the paper.
33-year-old thing.
He
Okay,
once
let me-
again holds up the piece of paper and hands it over.
What does it say?
This time it says Sawi, and he's drawn himself like chibi style with big watery eyes, like tapping his fingers together.
An attempt was made.
But we should
It's
let
better
you know
than the other one, I guess.
Just know that if you rob any other business, including Perspicuities in this town, the police here are super brutal, and it's gonna cause a lot of problems for you.
Don't worry, I'll just rip out the kidneys.
Oh no, here's the thing though.
They don't have kidneys.
and there's like a bajillion of them. Because they're robots.
yeah, they're all
Oh.
robots.
They're gonna like pile on you. There's a reason we were being discreet earlier. They're super scary.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I can fight multiple robots. He like taps the glitter pin to his chin.
A
You could
city of
try,
robots?
but is it worth being thrown in the dungeon, so to speak?
I don't even think they bother
his
with
like
dungeons.
face crinkles like in horror at that, and Nick, you get like a big blast of the underground dungeon he was held in as a small child. Not as small, like as a preteen teenager.
Alright, well,
15.
we are going to move swiftly forward from this conversation. Under the assumption that you're not going to hurt anyone, because, as we've established, we're the good option.
Basically, it's less trouble for you to not do it than it would be to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I wandered into the wrong town. Like my best option is teenagers that are making my brain confused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
This town is fucked up.
It could be worse. You could have run into
Hey, does Wellspring
well-
money transfer to other cities? Like, are we on the same currency?
Yeah, I think so.
So
Okay, cool. I have a few.
We don't have Bronson bucks. We're not that degenerate.
I
We're
don't
not
know.
on
He's
script.
a bitch.
like, I really hope we don't have company script. That'd be very bad.
No, you're on the
Oh,
same.
Jesus.
You're on the same currency as the rest of Inkwell.
Okay.
You know how money works.
Money can be traded for goods and services.
Yes, different
Yes,
amounts of
good.
money can be traded for different amounts of goods and services, right?
Right.
Wonderful. I'm gonna give you like 2 gold coins where you can buy snacks in this town so that you will be safe.
Okay, I already have gold.
Okay, well then you're fine.
Okay,
And
then
like
I'm not
HareWire
gonna
saying that
gold.
with such confidence, but then I look at his inventory and it's just 15 pieces. Hey, he's practically loaded.
How did he get
Wonderful.
15? Oh, that's starting gold, isn't it?
I think so.
Hey, look,
And
I
I-
don't think we've ever gotten cash at any
No,
point
we
in this
don't-
campaign.
We don't do money in this campaign. We don't
Yeah,
have
we
a
don't do
store.
money,
We don't
really.
have anything you could buy.
just run
Partyplex
on
does, but the economy is all tickets. They just
Well, you
also
can
get
trade
Two
gold.
worlds that
gold
don't
for
actually use
tickets.
money.
You can trade gold for tickets. Not sure how, if you don't have gold, how you would get tickets other than playing games. If you want fun things, you have to play at the Partyplex. Wait, no, you could just go to the dumpster.
Yeah.
You can get stuff for free there. Everyone head over to the Partyplex and steal from their dumpster. Do it. It's morally right.
Just don't get caught, because it'll end like it does in Stardew Valley. Well, you'll be judged
No, like
and lose friend points.
Trick is literally inviting people to come steal out of her dumpster. It's fine.
Please, everyone take a Mr. Hippo fridge magnet, please, for the love of God. There's so many.
Who's Mr. Hippo?
I don't know, but I think he's got a vibe.
The vibe is
Jokes
rancid
for
as
the
hair
FNAF
wires.
fans out there. Anyway, where are we in space time and game now? I'm thinking about Mr. Hippo.
I think you're
Wonderful.
still
Well,
at
everyone's throwing you
the
into the river.
You're still at the junkyard. They were gonna give you a bath. We should probably, if we're gonna keep playing for much longer tonight, maybe take a break. Or I think we've been going for 2.5 hours, so we might want to find a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the question I have is, do you have a point where we need to get before part 2, or can we still just ad lib this man into more therapy?
I had something planned for part 2, but honestly, he needs the therapy. If you want to just keep therapizing him for the second half, that's fine.
I mean, one of my favorite hobbies is therapizing fictional characters.
At the start of the second half, I'm just gonna have HareWire just scream, "I can't take it anymore," and run in a dead sprint back to the sewers, and then, I don't know, you'll have to rescue him from a bunch of rabid mutant animals, who knows.
Turns out the pest problems were emotional.
It's
The real
this-
pest problems were the friends we made along the way.
It's this one pest who has so many problems.
And Shaun does not like them at all.
Mhm. Hey, now you know how Roadkill feels about you guys.
Hey,
Hey, we don't
I am
trauma
nice and
dump to
respectful to
Yeah,
Roadkill, thank you.
He likes Shaun. He likes Shaun and he likes Lina. But the rest of you.
Nick has gotten a pass for now.
Mhm. Nick is like okay with.
I like to believe Tailwind is teetering constantly on, okay, they're all right, and get this thing out of my face as soon as possible.
Yes.
Well, it's more like not to kill or to kill.
Cat likes him in the same way he likes most of his family, in the sort of like, yeah, they could do an immeasurable amount of harm probably, but they're funny, so.
Anyway. Yeah, do we want to stop
Uh,
here, or is there anything else you guys want to do
I th-
before we sign
I
off for
think
the
we'll
night?
just wrap it up with giving this
Get him in a bath.
giving this rabbit a makeover and giving him a good clean wax.
Yeah.
Make him a shiny motherfucker.
Clean him up.
There's definitely a point in time where Tailwind comes back with a car grade airbrush and some flame stencils. Like, okay, this too much or no?
HareWire is like, "I don't want flame stencils on me, thank you."
They got fire trauma.
Oh right, I picked it up. Okay, 1 second. How about
Get
this?
him
And
some
it's just like
icicles.
it's a stencil of a wizard riding a unicorn.
HareWire honestly contemplates it, but then slowly shakes his head.
Okay, we'll worry about that later.
Have some snowflakes.
The offer stands.
HareWire just disses every stencil offered. Yes,
Super
you give
shiny mitten man.
super shiny mitten man. You give the rabbit a bath. His metal shines a little bit more. His hair is shinier, and I want to say his hair actually like it goes from being kind of like straight and greasy to it gets like a little wavy. Once it's cleaned and fluffed up.
Aww.
Hey, before you talk to your crush, you should definitely clean up.
Right, I'll just hijack an employee shower.
Yeah, do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I mean, whatever you do. I mean, I don't know. You know what? I'm getting a
Hey,
lot
Dylan, do
of
you have
mixed
extra wax?
vibes. I think I can get a container of this. Goes
Okay,
inside, checks on the better mare, checks on the ferret tubes full of factoid. Uh,
Normal
finds
things.
yeah, finds
Normal
a junk, finds an empty, like actual like hair wax container, and just like, okay, I could do with this, and just puts some car wax into there, like scrapes it off with a paint palette, and just puts it in there. This should work.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'm kind of imagining HareWire at the current moment now just smells like excessively like cherry.
Tailwind has hung an air freshener around his neck.
Yeah.
No, off one
You can-
ear. Like an earring.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an earring.
Yes, the gay earring.
He
Yes.
deserves
And you
a
can
gay
say
little
he's smelling
earring.
fruity.
Now, here's the last question I think I'll have for this. Does the battery move at all once they're done with the makeover?
Well, okay, how was everyone feeling during the makeover? Not him, but everyone else.
Pretty good.
Cat was enjoying himself.
Yeah.
Cat likes giving people
I think
makeovers.
Tailwind has been given a project and he's like, no, this is absolutely a work in progress. I can work with this.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a scruff we gotta buff out.
Yeah,
Nikola
I think.
is
Oh, you go ahead.
Nikola is feeling it's oddly cathartic to see someone who he has seen in scenes of abject horror being pampered a little bit and surrounded by people that Nikola trusts. And not in a good place, but in a place that's safe and comforting.
Yeah, I think with all these like low level like positive emotions and whatnot, the battery does keep like flickering a little bit closer to the yellow. Like it's having trouble holding the charge since he's not eating the emotions, but it's in the air around him. He's picking it up a little. You can see evidence that he could, if he wanted to, eat the stuff you're giving out.
Sorry,
He's
Lina just
picking up the good vibration.
Lina just gave
The
me.
excitation.
Don't worry, buddy. You need a good meal. We'll put on a horror movie and you can have some fear.
Oh, HareWire just like licks his lips at that and gets excited.
Does that sound good, y'all?
For you, anything.
Aw. You want to
Lina
end
asked
with
you
a
to walk
horror
off a
movie?
cliff, you would.
Oh, say again?
Do you want to end
If
with
Lina asked
watching a
you to
horror
walk off a
movie?
cliff, you would.
I'm
Incredible,
sorry,
you're-
one
Verl,
at a-
say it one more time.
One at a time. KT first, then Verl.
I said, do you want to end with a horror movie?
Yes.
Verl?
Saying, if Lina asked you to walk off a cliff, you would.
There's probably a reason why she'd asked me to walk off a cliff, so yeah.
I wouldn't ask
See?
Nikola to walk off a neck without, consideration.
Yeah. If they jumped off a cliff, she has a very good reason, I'd assume.
Mm-hmm.
Lina like, yes, I'm trusted.
But yeah, you have time to watch a horror movie. It's still fairly early in the day. We can get to other stuff in part 2.
We can get the projector up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Take a little short rest.
Okay, you just gotta
Oh,
face it this way, because we do quote unquote stream to the other town.
Yes.
This is kind of a surprise midday transmission.
Alright, so this horror movie's called Genetics. It's a great scare. Not for the faint of heart.
How many people die?
Well, die, it's debatable, but it's kind of like the implication of psychological and physical horror.
So like my life.
Yeah, I think you'll find it very cathartic.
Okay, I trust that this won't be mildly traumatizing at all.
Well, it has a I think it's different enough from your life. You'll be fine.
Any mad scientists?
Nope, it's cult stuff.
Oh, that's fine.
Exactly, you'll be fine.
Trigger warnings. Cult shit. Alrighty.
Yeah. Everybody watches a horror movie together with HareWire. Hehehe.
Normal
I love
activity.
Good treat.
This whole thing, like this whole session, it started and I was sure we were going to throw down, and then it was just like, no, we're going to beat you over the head with therapy.
Mhm.
Yes.
You're
HareWire
going
being
to have
attacked
a
on all
nice
sides.
time.
Yeah, have some locally sourced fear that is ethical.
Ethical fear, probably mixed with joy because it's a horror movie and something fun.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Don't worry, we can
HareWire's
still
getting
throw
an hour
down.
good meal.
Maybe
We
even
can still
some
throw down.
maybe even some love in there if maybe Nick and Lina are cuddling during the movie.
Oh,
That's so
absolutely, you know it.
Yeah,
That's
Nick's
so
coping
cute.
with the horror movie by just staring at Lina and just being like, wow, this person exists. This is great. I would commit atrocities for her.
Yes, yes, you would, and
Lena
it's
is
not a
having a-
good thing.
She's having a fantastic time and feeding Nick popcorn.
Okay, I'm imagining like if you toss the popcorn, if anyone tries to toss popcorn to someone else, HareWire Shadow will intervene and eat that thrown popcorn.
They will give him his own popcorn because they care about him just enough to do that.
You know,
Aw.
I have own personal popcorn bucket.
Get
Okay, so he's
wrecked.
tossing the popcorn into Shadow's mouth.
Exactly.
I do have
Have a
one.
good time, fucker.
Mhm.
I don't
I-
know how HareWire would like. I don't know how this would taste, but there's definitely like the aura Tailwind is giving off is trying to see where they can see the special effects stuff, and like, oh, there it is. Oh, there's some wire. It's like, oh, this is good VFX.
Lena immediately leaning over and giving commentary. So in this part, actually, how they did the special effects is they actually have two people, and that's how they faked the splitting of the body in half.
I think that like counts as like interest and probably joy from learning something new.
Yes.
Cat is both unironically interested in the VFX and also unironically terrified. He, like me, is a huge fucking weenie when it comes to horror movies.
Oh,
Mhm.
Please tell me that is just Cat cuddling Tailwind and Nikola cuddling Lina, and Shaun is over here next to HareWire, and HareWire for a moment considers.
And then there's a dog growl.
I feel like if there's like a really scary scene, HareWire does do like the Scooby Doo like jump and like tries to clutch onto the nearest person, and then it's like Shaun and HareWire quickly lets go.
Shaun turns goo and HareWire just slowly sinks through and lands on the ground.
Well, I do have a question. Have you guys still been in your superhero disguises the
Yeah, I
whole
don't think
time?
Sean's ever actually shown HareWire that Sean is a dog.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like
Lina
Shaun.
still.
Tailwind
Tailwind
climbed
got
out of the
Tailwind's
mech.
identity
like
was
when
already
they got to
exposed.
the
But
Yeah, everyone
Tailwind
else.
got out of the mech.
Hey,
When they
Vince,
got to
I'm
the
so
jump
sorry.
charge.
I'm being called. It's would you guys mind if I stepped away from the keyboard for 1 second?
Sure
Yeah,
thing.
go for it.
Mhm.
I think we were wrapping up anyway.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I
Well,
will
we
be
want
back.
Nick around for when we wrap up.
Trouble.
If Nick is stepping away
Yeah.
for it, if author is stepping away for a
Yeah.
second, I also am. I'll be
Alrighty.
back.
But well, what were we talking about just now before that?
We were talking about.
mutant
Superhero
forms.
disguise.
Oh yeah, Cat is perfectly comfortable wearing his gas mask. I don't think he's realized he's still wearing it.
Hall man in gas mask, scared.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. He is wrapped around Tailwind like twice, and there's still cat left over.
It's like, how tall did I make Tailwind? 4'3", completely like entangled like an anaconda.
Yes.
Exactly.
Lina wears stilts, but her base height I think is 3'5".
Yeah, you're so tiny.
She's
Yeah.
tiny.
We are so rude to the poor camera people because there is no way that they can fit both Cat and Lina or Tailwind in the same shot. It's very good that Cat is a bendy person who tends to be leaning most of the time.
Slouching.
Don't worry, she stands on a box anytime that needs to happen.
Like boxes
Lina,
just manifest near the
Yeah, it's
short
a
ones.
convenience box.
Lina walks into
Hello,
the.
I'm back. I'm so sorry.
Hello.
Welcome back. Zen stepped away for a moment. Lina walks into the scene and you can just see the top of her head, and then you hear the scraping of a box and she steps into scene.
Exactly.
I'm still amused
I-
that Shaun is the only one with a height that doesn't have a 3 in it.
For real. I mean, well, no, Lina is 3'5". Damn, you're right.
Yeah, everyone else has a 3 in their height.
I think HareWire is
We're
also
going-
immune from the freeze.
We're gonna
6'7".
need.
I find it hilarious that the teenager in a gas mask is taller than HareWire by a hair. Eh.
Eh,
By
And
a few
Crocs.
inches, actually.
I kind of love. Okay, so on the fourth wall, I don't know how, like, is HareWire just going to be kidnapped and become part of the gang? Because we did that with Lina.
They'll
I mean,
probably
that would be
spit her off.
hilarious. That would be
Like-
hilarious, but how would they get to kiss their boyfriend?
Yeah, they have to go kiss their
HareWire's
boyfriend.
gotta go back to smooch.
Lina's probably going to make a wonderful bouquet of origami flowers and be like, "You got this." And put extra glitter on it.
Like they'll send the HareWire off into the sunset in like a tux with flowers. Next time they see him, it's been like another year, and like he just comes back even more haunted looking.
Oh no, what happened this time, buddy?
Just
The
a
horrors.
fat
Teenagers.
rat of a man. I got dumb.
Oh, poor okay, let's talk over it. Let's get you something to eat. Let's not cause any problems. Just like anytime he needs emotional comfort. Man, I gotta find those teenagers.
He's like the teenagers will fix me.
God.
Alright.
My emotional support teenagers, where have they gone?
It's that superhero team that rescued me emotionally, potentially, maybe.
They therapized me aggressively for an afternoon. That means we're friends, right?
Lina, like, yeah, sure.
Anyway, are you guys still in your hero costume for the movie time?
Yes.
Cat
Yeah.
is.
I don't
Yes.
trust
No.
HareWire.
Again,
Yeah,
Tailwind
I know
got out
Tailwind got out
probably-
of the mech.
Get out of the robot.
Author? I did not hear you.
I said yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
Everyone was sort of talking at once, so.
Yeah, I think that's it, unless anybody else wanted to do something.
I was just gonna add that like once the movie is over, the battery is right now sticking to a firm yellow.
Yeah!
Yay!
Woo! We've had a measurable effect.
Woo!
Yay!
I kind of want to go into the Partyplex server to watch like follow-up games to see if any of this sticks. Just for my own
It would be
curiosity.
so funny if specifically party guy went to the party.
Oh my god.
I mean, any of you are welcome to come spectate at the Partyplex at any time, and there will probably be
Yes.
live blogs over there of this game of people reacting, so.
Dear lord. Okay, so I know very little
spectate.
about the Partyplex other than it's the inspiration of FNAF,
Mhm.
and it's still a working like amusement park slash pizzeria. That it's still going on. It's not an abandoned place.
Mhm.
I am terrified and intrigued on what would happen if Tailwind found his way to this place. Found themselves into this place.
Mm-hmm.
Because one, they're fascinated by the mechanicalness of all of these. So it's like, how are you working? The battery, assumedly, is your power, like displaying your power source, is powered by emotion. How are you, like, generating consumption by emotion?
Oh my god, you're
my
gonna like enter
is
the
that-
party flex with like such a mixed version of how the animatronics work. Like HareWire's a freak, he's the exception to the norm. The others just work on the electricity and recharge stations.
I love the idea that, like, I know this wouldn't happen, but like Tailwind goes in there and becomes the monster, dismantling
We've
robots
talked
for their
about this
parts.
before, about Tailwind
know.
being a menace.
Yeah. Yeah,
God.
absolutely.
Anyway,
defense.
we should probably wrap the game up, stop the recording, and then we can
Yes.
continue chatting.
All right.
Right,
So,
yes.
everyone, good stopping here for tonight?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
They
Have
had
a
a movie.
wonderful
They got 'em
Wellspring
washed.
day.
Thanks to everyone listening.
Bye.
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 Have a wonderful Wellspring day.